This is all you're going to get to start. We're starting at a 101 with the heart rate. It's not on the screen yet. It's dropped to 97. And this is a fully caffeinated coffee. Game 3, it was decaf. Are you ready for some fun? Game 4. Watch a Leafs game with Steve Dangle. Presented by Molson Canadian. I'm Steve Dangle. Click like, click subscribe. Tell all your friends. All of them. Tell all your family members. Members. Tell your mother. Call your mother. And say, Mother. Time to watch Game 4. Oh my God. 2 months of this. We're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. As you know, the Toronto Maple Leafs hold a 2-1 series lead over the Tampa Bay Lightning, and they are in Tampa for the second of 2 in a row. I thought heading into the 2 games in Tampa, the Leafs would lose Game 3. I know, boo, hiss. But the Leafs would win Game 4. Leafs won Game 3. So now here's what that sets up. Tonight could decide if this series heads back to Toronto tied 2-2 and we guarantee another game in Tampa, or for maximum trauma, the Leafs could go up 3-1, which is good. It's good. It's a good thing. It's having a 3-1 lead is a good thing. Believe it. It works numerically. That's how it works for normal teams. Normal teams with aspirations of drinking from the Stanley Cup. Hey, would you like to drink from the Stanley Cup? Well, you can't like actually grab the thing and drink from it willy-nilly. That you might get in trouble for that. But you won't get in trouble for having some of the special Stanley Cup batch of Molson Canadian. It was actually kissed by the Stanley Cup. Phil Pritchard holding the Stanley Cup above a giant tank of beer. He didn't jump in. I might have, but that's why, he gets that responsibility. He gets to hold it. He gets the white gloves. Sportsnet never sent me white gloves. I don't get that type of responsibility. Steve, you're not responsible enough for white gloves. Well, I'm sorry that I'm not as responsible as Phil Pritchard and Super Mario. Special batch of Molson Canadian. Did they know what they were signing up for when they were like, yeah, we want a piece of Steve. We want him to read about us. Hey, would you like to wear my face in public on a shirt? You could. Shopsportsnet.store. That's dang it. Don't put that in the microwave. Just don't. I learned the hard way when I was a kid. We got new merch that we didn't have around Christmas time. Welcome to the Paddle Save Emporium. Got stuff for your toddler. My kid wears a shirt with my shouty face on it all the time, and no one asks any questions. They're just like, that's normal. That's fine. That's okay. For a child to wear their father's screaming face all day at daycare. It's totally fine. Projected lineup for tonight. A little different from last time. The Leafs, Kerfoot, Matthews, Marner. And before you panic, that's kind of how the game ended. And I think it gives the Leafs a better defensive option. That's no disrespect to Bunting, but Kerfoot, one thing he's doing really well is wheeling. Dude can skate. Bunting's recovering from a knee injury that he would still probably be out for if this was the regular season. Nylander, Tavares, Kasha, that line got caved in. All eyes on that line. They got to be better in this one. Mikheyev, Kampf, Engvall is apparently the closest thing to like Marchand, Bergeron, Pasternak. I don't. It's the weirdest thing. And Bunting, Blackwell, Spezza is the fourth line. That is an unfun nuisance with a little bit of offense on the side. Muzzin, Brody, Riley, Labushkin, Giordano, Hall. Hall stays in. Nothing changes there. Oh, I thought Hall had a fantastic game in game 3. He did make the one real bad mistake that led to him taking a penalty, which led to a Tampa goal. So that's bad. Maybe minimize those. I think Justin Hall has a little bit of the what I call Brian McCabe syndrome, but that's because I'm old. You might call it Jake Gardner syndrome, where generally he plays well. Over the course of a night, he plays well, but his mistakes, he makes some good ones. You take away that one mistake, though, it's a decently flawless game. Hopefully he's able to do that here in game 4. Tampa, I don't see any changes. This is from Joe Smith. Palat, Stamkos, Kucherov, Killorn, Point, Cirelli. That has been such a valuable line for them. Holy cow. Colton, Paul, and Hagel. Careful. Feels like they're due to break out. 5-on-5. And Maroon, Belmar, Perry. I don't see any changes. This is where it gets a little strange. Hedman, Cernak, McDonough, Bogosian, Sergachev, Foot. All of that is the exact same from game 3. But then Joe Smith says Ruda onside. So Ruda is taking warm-up, producer Rob reliably tells me. So Ruda might play? Could play? It's a little bit of playoff mind games from John Cooper and the Tampa Bay Lightning. Obviously, the goalie matchup is Jack Campbell versus Andrei Vasilevsky, and shockingly, it hasn't been much of a matchup so far. And perhaps not the way that you would think. Jack Campbell, outside of game 2. I mean, game 1 and game 3. I'm not going to call him the difference for game 1 on account of the Leafs outplayed Tampa all night and won 5-0. He did get a shutout, though. Jack Campbell was most certainly the difference in game 3. You'd like your goalie. Listen, if the series is going to go 7 games, and for this one, let's assume I had Leafs in 7 when this started. How many you need your goalie to steal? Tampa's not immune to this, by the way. We look at them like they're this unbeatable monster. That's not true. They lose playoff games every year. They were losing playoff series in embarrassing fashion not that long ago. And Vasilevsky won the Conn Smythe last year for a reason. Tampa leaned on him hard. He got a shutout, I want to say, in 2 series closing games. I believe he shut out the Stanley Cup winning game last year. He shut out the Islanders. I know that. Can't remember the other 2 series. It's okay to lean on your goalie, but over the course of a 7-game series, I think you want to rely on your goalie to steal a game. I'm going to say max twice. After that, you're pushing it. And that was the Leafs' problem with Frederik Andersen. People talk about how bad he was in certain series, and yes, yes, absolutely. But I distinctly remember him robbing a few games in those 7-game losses. Leave a comment in the chat. What do we got? Is it going to be 3-1 Leafs heading back to Toronto, or is it going to be 2-2? I don't know what it's going to be. I don't. All I know is when this series is done, when these Stanley Cup playoffs are done, the Leafs will be the Stanley Cup champions. It's true. I know this because I had a vision. If you have heard about this vision before, humor me. If you haven't, gather round. I was walking the fine streets of Oshawa, Ontario, with my dog, Iggy, who is named after what Sidney Crosby yelled just before scoring the gold medal winning goal in 2010 in Vancouver. I was there. I have the ticket stub. It was a beautiful moment and something I will never forget. That's the past. While I was walking Iggy on the fine sunlit streets of Oshawa, I saw the future. I saw myself in this very room, in this very chair, tears streaming from my eyes of joy, counting down Bob Cole style the final seconds of the Leafs Stanley Cup clinching game in the Stanley Cup final of 2022. I had that vision. And after days and weeks of worrying about the Tampa Bay Lightning and all the killers on their roster. Nikita Kucherov, Steven Stamkos, Victor Hedman, Braden Point, Andrei Vasilevsky. The list goes on and on. I felt a strange peace. The moment that vision blessed my mind's eye. And in that moment, I knew there was nothing to worry about. The Leafs would win. You can laugh at me all you want. Make it a meme. Dunk on me. But it's just the gosh darn truth, and I'm sorry to use such harsh language. I saw it. And I was going to say I need you to see it too. But it doesn't matter if you see it or not. This vision was a true one. Game 4, Toronto Maple Leafs, Tampa Bay Lightning starts now. Amalie Arena
in the third period, especially
in Tampa.
Close out with the goalie out. 2 empty net goals. They set
The Cobra Giraffe David Kampf line
we've been waiting desperately in this series
is out.
It's some end-to-end
starting against Tampa Bay Lightning.
Game 4 will be the one game that will give us
which Lightning line? Doesn't matter. Boo! You stink. Looks like third line. Third line versus third line. And I think if it's up to Sheldon Keefe, that'll be the last time.
Cooper will start his third line. And like what they brought in
if you're wondering who the Leafs fans are in the stands, who the Lightning are, who the Lightning fans are, don't get penalties before the puck drop. You're wondering which fan base is who. One is wearing blue and white, the other is wearing white and blue. Happy to help.
You play against them almost every shift of every game.
Ball got waved.
Ross Colton with the winger win. And the game is underway. Game 4, Leafs Lightning.
Second game of the series. Big hit as Mark Giordano.
Third line, can't get it out. Still can't get it out.
And Jack Campbell will reload it for Hall. Team that has scored first has won each of the
now they do.
3 games in this series.
This is a good opening shift for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Don't close your hand on that puck. Now, this is still a story. This is still something to consider. Oh, I got the nerves something bad for this one. It's the fully caffeinated coffee. Both teams need to stay out of the box if they hope to win. That is a poised... Well, never mind. I was about to say, that's a poised play from Justin Hall right as he gives it away. And now it's the Tavares, Nylander, Kasha line. Hemmed in their own zone again. And the Lightning score. Steven Stamkos. Early on, 1 minute in. And that line has got to do something, anything, if the Leafs have a hope or prayer in this series. It's just so bad. So bad. It's not good enough. That's a great hit from Colton on Giordano. And this play from Justin Hall, that's brutal, man. He made such a poised play in front of the net, only to give it away. And I can, I can blame it on Nylander. Actually, Nylander's not even out there. I was going to say the Nylander, Tavares, Kasha line. But ultimately, it's Justin Hall's mistake. So much for that, huh? He already used up his one mistake. It's 1-0. The Matthews line is taking their first shift. All right. Stupid, silly time it is. Oh, good gravy, guys. This is not a good start for your Toronto Maple Leafs. Oh, no. Oh, boy. Get it out for... That's a cheeky pass from Muzzin. That is a poised play.
Gets it down into the Tampa Bay zone. And out comes Colin Blackwell along with Jason Spezza and Michael Bunting. There's Bunting picking off a pass at center. Blackwell
second minute of this game. Going a bit better than the first, but only just. Watch the Leafs game with Steve Dangle. I'm Steve Dangle. Presented by Molson Canadian. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. If the Leafs could get some sustained offensive zone time, that'd be cool.
Jason Spezza, unable to
Fourth line is out there. Bunting in the mix. Whoa! Big hit from Labushkin. That'll do. That's a good way to get into the game.
Now for both teams, and it'll be chipped down the ice by
Come on.
Mikheyev. Up with it, Ryan McDonough.
Oh, boy.
Into center ice, and
I'm
Hagel
sure I don't
sends it
need
to
to
the
mention
inside,
Andrei
and
Vasilevsky has won his last 15
So that
Stanley
third
Cup
line
playoff
Vasilevsky
games
did
following
set
a
the tone,
defeat
and they come up with the puck again in the Toronto
over the last couple years. That means he's lost 15 times. You got to look at it a positive way.
So much has
We
been
got a
made
whistle
of
here.
Steven Stamkos and trying to get him.
Come on. Come on
the
now.
scoreboard. Watch how he gets lost. He just follows this puck across. You got two of the more
Yeah,
dangerous
Nylander wasn't
passes
even
in
able
the
to
league.
get on the ice for this
Kucherov
goal.
on the side. As
That's a
soon as
great
Stamkos
shot from
takes that
Stamkos
little slide back
through
into the
traffic.
seam, he knows that he's ready to release
And
on
you
the
know that's going to go
one-timer.
straight to his
Good
legs
job
and the
of
entire
coming
rest
to
of
the
the
front of the
Tampa
net to
roster.
create some traffic and make
Not
it
great.
difficult for Campbell.
Not great.
But just what John Cooper was looking for.
Especially like such a deflating way to end last game. He gets robbed by Jack Campbell. Robbed.
Postseason games for Stamkos.
And then
who came into this
him
game
sort of flubbing the
with
pass at
most
the end of the
scoring
game.
chances so far
Oh,
in the series,
Mikheyev
but
almost got a breakaway.
he-
It basically led to that man right there, Ilya Mikheyev, icing the game for the Leafs.
The Toronto line. TJ Brody, who leads this series in plus minus, plays it to the Tampa blue line, and now it's sent in,
And he
Hagel
flips the
comes
script
up with it.
real quick.
Tacked along the boards
1
by
minute in.
Brody.
That's a stiff hit from
Hit
Brody.
ball.
Oh, Hagel looks uncomfortable. Did
Taken
you see
away
that?
by Molson. There's Engvall. Certain
Watch for
chance
Brandon
here.
Hagel. I don't know if that's a regular line change. That looked very uncomfortable.
A giveaway here, and taken down was Nylander as he
We had
tried
two
to
players trip
break
over each
out.
other. I don't think. No, there's obviously not a call there.
Young Cal Foot will send it back down in behind
Shout out
the
to
net.
everyone in the
There's
chat
the line for the forecheck, but a good
dealing
outlet
with
pass.
allergies.
And John
Me too.
Tavares is away.
Come on, JT.
Onto the right
You need a good
side it
shift here.
goes.
You need a good shift. Let's go.
Kasha putting it in
Hey!
front. Tavares
Kasha's
had
a
whack at
dog.
that.
Going in the net.
Scooped away by the Lightning out to center.
I didn't. It's weird. I don't really think any of those three players,
Riley and Labushkin
Nylander,
get set up, but here
Tavares,
comes
and
Labushkin
Kasha, had
set up
bad
that
games
second Toronto
individually.
goal. Sends it in and Hedman plays it around. That's cut
But
off
5
by
on 5, it was a
Tavares.
problem. But here's a problem for the Lightning.
That
Oh!
went through the
Nylander
skates
almost
of
setting up
Kasha,
Kasha.
who knocks down
Kasha, good
Curry
job
at
keeping it
Tampa.
in, and he
Hits
flips
the
over.
knockdown, and Alex
The Lightning
Tavares
will break it
away.
out.
That's over the stick of
That's
Stamkos
offside.
and back outside the line. Here's Hedman
Lightning have
for
to
Killorn,
regroup.
couldn't get that to the net.
Leafs still struggling with it a little bit.
Ball moves ahead.
This first line hasn't really been able to get a shift in.
Gets it down
That looked like a
into the
big hit on
Lightning
Kerfoot
zone.
behind the play. Couldn't see the
Marner
result of it.
Matthews with him. Puck is
Oh, there he goes. He's
sent
flying.
out. Now Braden points on it.
Kerfoot
Gets
directing
Toronto
traffic.
ice. Sends it back
That looked
to
like the
Hedman.
right choice.
Knocked down in front as
Oh!
that hit Matthews and rolls.
And the
Campbell.
you just shoot a glove. Who does that?
Download the app and see for yourself.
Who shoots a glove? Honestly.
Is the world's favorite sports book.
Watch the Leafs game with Steve Dangle, presented by Molson Canadian. I'm Steve Dangle. Click like, click subscribe. Tell all your friends. Oh, that looked like it didn't tickle for Austin Matthews. I want to very quickly
So a defensive zone
tweet out the link
face-off.
for this so more people can enjoy in. Join in, enjoy. More people can enjoy.
53.8%.
And there, it's up.
Up against Belmar and Patrick Maroon along the boards. Muzzin takes Perry out. And it gets chipped ahead.
You know what's funny?
Trying to track it down. Michael
I don't
Bunting with
watch
points
games
each of his
yelling
first
and
two.
screaming.
Stanley
I know you might
playoff
think I
game.
do. I'm actually a very nervous,
Belmar
quiet
sends it
game
around.
watcher.
There's Corey Perry. That ricocheted.
And
Scores!
oh! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Pierre-Edouard Belmar, barely over 5 minutes into the game. 5 minutes and 20 seconds into the game.
This one off kind of a nothing play of
Makes it 2-0 Lightning. What happened here? That happened in a flash. I was telling you a story for a reason. It didn't look like anything bad was happening. A funny bounce off Muzzin's stick. what are you going to do?
Difficult play, and that one's
What are
just
you
a
going to
perfect
do?
shot by Belmar. He's in the
I don't
high
even
slot.
blame that on Muzzin.
Jack Campbell tried to deflect that
That
out
is
of
just,
harm's
that's a
way.
horrible
Instead,
bounce.
just the quick adjustment
That's a
after it hit the
horrible,
stick of
terrible
Muzzin
bounce.
came flying
And now
out
the
in
Leafs
front.
are playing
It's
from
Belmar
behind.
on the doorstep to make it 2-0.
Fourth line goal for the Lightning. Belmar in his 60th Stanley
Big
Cup
time.
playoff
Oh my
game.
God.
As his
It's 2-0
third ever
Lightning.
playoff goal.
They have 2 goals. The Leafs have 1 shot. Lightning have more goals than the Leafs have shots through 5 minutes.
And again,
Almost
no
6.
lead
That is
changes
not good.
as yet in this series.
If you want my
The
expert
icing call
analysis.
against Toronto.
Good Lord.
Well, this Leaf team kind of lived it in the third period of
What I was going to say, and
with a
it's still
2-goal
relevant,
lead and an early goal against
is
by
I'm a nervous
Palat and Sheldon Keefe
game
took a
watcher,
time
so I
out
watch
there
it
to try to
quietly.
settle everything down. Kinda interesting,
Lightning went up
almost
1-0,
all 5.5 minutes
so
in.
I didn't want to
Doesn't
say
take the
anything.
timeout. Trust your team to get some
Now they're up
traction.
2-0, and I want to say
You know
even
that the
less.
pressure's gonna continue with the 2 early
But if you
goals
want to
by
have your
Tampa.
say, ask your questions in the chat, and producer
Campbell's
Rob
a face-off
will
in his
send
own
those
zone.
to me,
Morgan
and I
Riley
just
under
might answer
center.
them on the stream.
McCabe, who had a pair of
But I
empty netters,
can't
played
right
it
now,
across, and Engvall
because
coming
the
off his
Leafs
first
are
ever
about to
three-point
score a
game.
goal. That's
Sends
about
it
to
in,
happen.
but quickly the Lightning exit, and it's a long lead feed.
It is.
Molson over the line,
It's going to happen.
lost possession,
Clear the zone.
and that
Good job.
forced it.
Ah!
And back
Leafs
into
can't get it.
Tampa Bay ice. Nearly cut by Engvall. It'll be fired back in by Riley. Leafs will tag up and now start a change. As
For a line that
Tavares
skates
comes
so
up
fast,
along
I
with
hate that
Nylander.
Mikheyev is 65 and Camp is 64. Because sometimes I'll see a 6 blur, and then the camera will change, and I'll be like, I don't know who has the puck right now. Leafs, that's another poor attempt at exiting their own zone. Tampa's all over them. And Tampa's loving the shots through traffic as well. Come on, JT. It's a foot race with Zach Bogosian. Don't take a penalty.
Off the stick of Stamkos to center for Kucherov. Here's Palat onto the right side, too far for Stamkos.
Muzzin avoids the check. Kasha behind the net. That's probably the right choice there. Good protection from Brody. Terrible pass. As Campbell, oh, good. Just whacks at it. And the Leafs, I mean, kind of picking up where they left off last game. And I don't mean that as a compliment. They're in full-blown survival mode. Tavares is sucking wind.
I guarantee it's not
It's
unexpected
7
for
minutes
any
and
of
8
the
seconds
players
into
to
the
know
game.
that Tampa's gonna come out with a
You're
little
how
bit
many
of
shifts
energy, a
deep?
little bit of jump
He's
in
doubled
their
over.
stride.
Nylander's
With
doubled
Pina,
over.
you
This
got a
line,
tight group. Tavares
like,
just trying to
I
gather
like how
himself
the
and try
top
to
line
win
looks.
this,
I like how the
clear
fourth
it
line
out
looks.
and get
I like how the third line looks.
fresh new bodies out there.
The second line makes sense on paper. They have ridiculous skill, all 3 of them. They've got to figure it out if the Leafs have a prayer of getting into this game that they're trailing 2-0.
That change they're looking for is
They gotta.
started.
They gotta.
Labushkin off the boards and out to center. Hedman with an assist on the first goal.
You know, you can say John Cooper's doing a great job,
Has his first of the series, then
and he
Belmar
is, you know,
from
using
Perry
home ice,
and
but, like,
McDonough.
there's nowhere to hide on this Tampa roster. There isn't. There's nowhere to hide on the Leafs
Marner
roster.
tried to feed the point.
A line of Tavares, Nylander, and Kasha should not be a place to hide.
Mitch Marner leading
Should
the
not
series
be
in points with 6.
the target that the Lightning go,
And
oh,
led
we're
the
going
Leafs
to
in block
attack
shots
them.
with 4.
Oh, my goodness, a 2-on-1 for the Lightning. Maroon scores. The Lightning have 3 goals. The Leafs have 1 shot. Nightmarish start to Game 4 for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Nightmarish. Not even 8 minutes in, shot 6-1. Goals 3-0. And, like, are we in Shelgren territory here?
He just gets himself lost behind.
This is a
Riley
nightmare.
intercepted, and how about the one save there by Campbell?
Oh, my Lord.
As he's falling down, able to stay with it. We saw
How does Labushkin end up on the wrong side of it? Well, it's because he's alone. Now I'm having conversations with myself. What a nightmare. And, like, what's Campbell supposed to do? That's a great save. You can look at it and be like, oh, he's allowed 3 goals and 6 shots. That's a great save.
Just 8 minutes in.
What's he supposed to do?
Playing in his 125th Stanley Cup playoff game.
What? That has to be a call.
20th goal.
That has to be a call. Get off the ice.
Bogosian and Spezza got tangled up.
And they're going to call coincidentals.
Maroon.
I bet. because it's the
I
playoffs.
think it's Spezza
And
who's
it
going
looks
to
like
get
Spezza, who's
cross-checked.
not happy about the call.
One? No.
As
You're
unraveled
kidding.
quickly
You're
here
joking.
in Tampa Bay
You're making that
tonight,
up.
8:04 into the game.
Did Spezza get the only call?
3-0 Lightning.
Well, starts don't get much more nightmarish than that. But have you ever dreamed, instead of having a nightmare, about drinking out of the Stanley Cup? It's called a transition, kids, because I have. And now you can do it too with the Molson Canadian Stanley Cup batch. Limited edition, limited time. You can drink some Molson Canadian that is actually kissed by the Stanley Cup itself. That was in my vision. I thought, a little bit of Molson Canadian out of the cup, or at very least, out of the cup, into the tank, into the bottle, and into my face. That sounds good. That sounds good. So it's 3-0 Lightning. The list of things the Leafs have done well is nothing. Short list. The list of things Tampa has done well is everything. And we are less than 8 minutes in. Shots are 6-1 for Tampa. Goals 3-0 for Tampa. Well, who's in the mood to watch something special? Who's in the mood for a special kind of comeback? We've seen it before. Maybe we'll see it again. Maybe the Leafs will score 4 consecutive goals on Andrei Vasilevsky. Oh, how have you done this to my family?
Times have been able to draw strength from their penalty kill. This is a critical time here to get some momentum back with a hard kill. And as we all know, a dangerous shorthanded with 13 in the regular season and a pair here in this series.
Lightning 1 for 3 in game 3. Point jumps the gun, so they're going to wave Cirelli out. And Stamkos, who ignited.
Sorry,
this
technical
fire
difficulties.
here,
The Leafs have been
makes the
having
draw.
those all night.
Get it clear.
Leafs down 3-0, and I didn't see the replay
Victor Hedman at the wheel now.
of that exchange between Spezza and Maroon, but I would like an explanation as to how Maroon got nothing.
Point is hit along with Killorn.
He tripped him.
Already hit the score sheet. Here in the
Like,
first
we've
period.
seen that a million times in the playoffs. It's coincidentals every time.
Victor Hedman's got it. Tracked by Marner. That shot is
Oh, and Kucherov fans on that. If he doesn't, it might be 4-0.
cleared down the ice by David Camp.
Leafs have been dangerous shorthanded in this
Focus on
series.
the here and now. You know, it sets a scrambled bench when you're down early, but maybe an opportunity on the penalty kill.
My
Just
in-laws
get
saying
your
if this
mindset
was
down a little
if this were an
bit.
Aberdeen
Plays for
football
another
match,
power play.
fans would be walking out of the stadium. You are not wrong.
Hedman across. Pass in front, good stick, just the
I went to
ball.
a football match at
And it
Pataudry.
deflects out.
It was a 0-0 draw.
To the journey of learning how to
Were
win
fans
big
happy
games.
about it? They
We
were
all
not.
knew that coming in, Stamkos and Kucherov
They were. I
especially were
learned
under fire. Just
so
one
many
assist for
words.
Stamkos in 3. I mean, talk about a
So
red
many
hot
words.
finish to the season. He had 9 straight
I'm not even-
multi-point games to end the regular
No.
season to get to
I'm not gonna tell you what
106.
any of
So
them
you
were.
had to know he would break out at some point, and
None of them were
he
nice.
has early on, as well as Kucherov.
Leafs win a draw, get a second clear here, and a minute done in the
Lots of
Spezza
heck.
penalty.
Darn.
You always talk about lines
Well,
creating a momentum. That
We're
first
halfway
shift
through this
by the
penalty
third
kill,
line,
and
Leafs
so
didn't
far
get
so
out of
good.
their own zone.
And that is the
Stamkos
best
on it.
news the Leafs have
A
had
minute
all
into
night.
the game, the tone was set.
And I got to tell you,
Braden
we
Point
are.
comes back in.
Oh no! Here comes Braden Point all alone. Another amazing save from Campbell.
And it bounced over the stick of Hedman.
He is alone. Do you want Campbell for Game 5 or not?
Stamkos wraps it around.
You're gonna blow this guy's groin
Kucherov, who
before the halfway mark of the first.
back for Hedman, who with the point here in the first period.
You're gonna hear it pop like it's
Past Bobby Orr
the
on
in-arena pyro.
time. Stanley got
Figure it
the
out.
point list for defenseman
Oh,
Stamkos.
here we go.
And that shot Ricochets past
This is easily the
Kucherov,
Leafs' worst
and
stretch of
down.
hockey of the playoffs.
And Spezza gets
So
it
far, we are
returned
now
a couple of
halfway
shots
through the first
for
period.
the Lightning on this
Shots
first
are
power play of the game.
8-1.
So
Goals are
Spezza's
3-0.
knocked out. Leafs get the
And the
kill.
Leafs still don't even have as many
And the
shots as
defensive
Tampa
call
has
against
goals.
Tampa Bay.
Another guy trying to get
Was that
going
nice?
offensively has been Braden
Leafs
Point.
killed it
was
off.
a tough ending of the season.
Cool.
Just 1 goal, 4 points in his last 12. There he uses his speed, and Jack
I'd like to
Campbell
tell you
with
that's the
that
best
right
thing they've
pass
done all
in,
night, but
able
if
to
not
reach
for
out.
that
He
Jack
missed with
Campbell
the puck
save,
check there, but he
it'd be
had the backup.
4-0.
A nice job of
Praise the penalty kill for
extending
what?
that right leg out.
For
It's
what?
been
Jack
a
Campbell's not named the
busy
penalty
start
kill.
for Campbell as he's watched at
His
the
name's
other
Jack
end.
Campbell.
Vasilevsky's only had 1, and
I want
he's
to
had
boo the
his
rest of the team.
eighth
Good
this
Lord.
Fastest 3 goals surrendered by the Leafs this season.
Hey, okay, here's the Tavares line, and they lose the puck immediately. Just Hayden in the chat says, will we see Sandin or Robertson in this series? About 10 and a half minutes ago, I would have told you no. Look at the shot attempts for crying out loud! 15-2? Get a pulse! Leafs don't have as many shot attempts as the Lightning have goals.
Matthews to Tavares. Up off the
Oof!
Nylander.
Oof, Mutto!
McDonough will circle back behind
No,
his net.
I would not have thought we'd see Sandin
Here's McDonough
or
with
Robertson,
the
but
hit.
the way they're playing, like this is a disaster.
Moving it down against the inboards against Justin
This is the
Marlowe.
Leafs' worst playoff game in years, and I don't say that lightly, because they've had some bad ones. The only one that comes close is Game 2, 2018. From producer Drew in my ear, that is the fastest 3 goals the Leafs have conceded this season, this entire season. And Bunting is doing his best to be annoying, and the Lightning probably aren't going to take that bait.
Their 5 on the ice. See if Sheldon Keith can.
Are they sending him off?
It hasn't been a real long shift, about 45 seconds.
No, I think they're just telling him to get lost and go back to the bench.
Coming in, and just that little bit of pressure as D-man.
The way my phone lights up when the Leafs do this. Good Lord, boys.
Sheldon Keith sends Austin Matthews out with Marner and Kerfoot.
Like, would Sheldon Keefe getting the blender out do anything? They're just straight up getting their butts kicked.
So a chance to win a draw and try to get something.
From the draw, Leafs win it. Muzzin holds.
Oh my gosh, they might get a shot on goal, and they do. Doesn't go in. No, it doesn't. But that was good. More of that. Muzzin. When you need to come back, you go to Muzzin. It's worked an alarming amount of times.
Spinning around is Paul, able to work it out.
And that was the Leafs' best little flurry of the game.
Along with Perry as the Leafs
Hey,
get
3
Matthews
shots.
Chips it to the corner.
It tied the amount of goals Tampa has. Let's go. Can they surpass it? Let's go.
And now cross it goes for Zach Bogosian. And it deflects in off Braden Point. TJ Brody looking for Kerfoot. Icing wave. Kerfoot
Nothing.
heads off. And Chernak sets up behind his net. Up off Killorn and William
I've seen
Nylander
more
with it.
even Coyote versus Roadrunner
7 games against Montreal last
compilations
year,
on
looking for
YouTube.
first
This is a
points of
terrible
series.
start.
Out along with Tavares. John
Tavares trying to get in there.
In that far corner, kicks it back
Gets
to
it
the
to
line.
Willie.
William
Oh, here's something.
gets
Here's
the lock
something.
in.
Working in front.
Drops for
There you
Nylander.
go.
Long range
There you go.
off
That was
Tavares
something.
in front.
The Leafs are certainly
Passes,
coming out of the
gets it back
fog.
behind the net to Chernak there, tied up by
So that's
Tavares.
good, but
It
a
was
hell of a
away.
hole they've dug themselves.
Kasha had it knocked off his stick and played out by Killorn.
I would have liked to see Kasha get a weak shot on there. Just anything. Just put it in front.
Just get in the mindset of getting 1 before the end of the period. Close the gap a little bit. What's been a tough start can start to even out if you can get some traction.
Gotta wonder about the health of Michael Bunting. Like, it's such a X factor for this team because, like, if the second line is struggling, don't you think it would make sense to throw him in there? You potentially get a nightmare line. in front of the net of Bunting, Tavares, Nylander.
6-5 is the world's favorite
I can dig it.
sportsbook.
I can get into that big time.
Well, if you love the
I don't know if
playoffs,
he's
then
got the
you'll
knee
love
for
the
it, man.
coverage happening on the Buzzer newsletter. Subscribe today.
Podcast co-host Adam Wild.
Another icing,
I know you guys don't want to
Matthews
hear it
on,
right now,
getting
but
back in
Justin
and
Hall,
try to take advantage of the offensive
you ain't
baseline.
wrong.
5 shots, 10 shot attempt for
You know what? They've looked
Austin
like crap,
Matthews in game 3. And he wins the face-off.
but that started them on the wrong foot.
Up high for Marner. There's Matthews.
Marner gets it to Matthews,
Off the post, and
who can change a game in a hurry. That was all right. Leafs have put together a solid few minutes here, and hopefully it can be a foundation for a comeback. But here comes Tampa's top line. Palat poked, and he'll have to retreat.
Talk about a quick adjustment by Matthews there, a quick spin, but a hard backhand that just about found the post and in. And
Out of town scoreboard. St. Louis doing pretty well against Minnesota. Boston ties it up against Carolina. Didn't see that coming after the first 2 games. This is trouble in front. Campbell with a save. Oh my goodness. The Leafs MVP in this game by leaps and bounds, and he's allowed 3 goals already, which should tell you everything you need to know about the Leafs so far tonight. My heart rate gets sad when the Leafs are losing, as you can tell. When they start getting back into it, that's when I lose it. Dude, their breakouts are inept. Like, they're just completely not dangerous. I think Spezza might have just got away with a slash. Boy, he's got to find a way to be useful. Here's Kasha, and he's out there with Bunting on a line change, mind, but worth noting. Here we go. Put it on. Vasilevsky's human. Shoot it. Bunting's been out there quite some time.
Here's the captain up high.
Get in there. Oh, I like that. Oh, and it almost works. I think that was Riley with the tip. See? See? Just get it on. That's what I was saying earlier. Just put it on. Even if it's weak, get it on. There's an opportunity for a tip. There's an opportunity for it to hit someone in the bum. They fart it into the net. There's all sorts of options. Here comes Willie. That's a great pass. And this is a good few shifts from the Leafs. This is great. More of this, please. Less than 5 minutes to go here in the first. You got to get on the board before the end of the first. You're down by 2. I think that goes to your legs in a big way. Willie from the point, and it goes wide.
And Belmar will clear. Up ahead goes Colton. Here's Ross Colton.
Colton gets it in, stopped by someone. Oh. Stopped by Jack Campbell. No one wanted that puck. Willie, that's the worst line change in human history. Like, and it leads to Tampa, almost led to Tampa possession in the Leafs' end. Oh boy, the disciplined structure, the methodical play, the attention to detail that has given the Toronto Maple Leafs a 2-1 lead in this series is gone. Gone. And after such an encouraging few shifts, I mean, that wasn't good, man. That wasn't good. They hit a post. They've gotten some opportunities. It's looking a little bit better, but good Lord. I'm just... Trainer Chad said that's a new level of desperation. You're hoping for a fart goal. I'm hoping for anything. This is more of a general Leafs question for like now and for the offseason. Who is, from camera, who is your ideal backup to Campbell? Now, I'm not sure of the context of the question. Like, is it assuming Mrazek is healthy, would I rather have him or Shelgren? I'm pretty sure I'd rather have Mrazek. And I know you're going to be like, what? He's been terrible. He was actually pretty good in the last couple games before he went down with an injury again. But also, like, he's been an NHL goalie for a very long time, and his record suggests he's better than he has been with the Leafs. Shelgren just got here, and he's been competent, but I don't know how special he's been. Part of the reason I would like Mrazek back is not just his experience, but also Shelgren as a third goalie is perfect. The Leafs for many years now have lacked a third goalie they could call up without having to put him through waivers and losing him immediately, right? So Campbell, Mrazek, and then you can call up Shelgren if you want. That's A-okay. That's A-okay. The Dallas Stars, for a handful of years now, have had Jake Ottinger, and they've just been able to call him up, call him down, call him up, call him down. The Leafs have a bunch of goalie prospects coming, but they're not ready yet. Most of them are in Europe. 2 of them are in the KHL. Vyacheslav Peksa, Artur Akhtumov. Joseph Wool, by the way, fits the description of a third goalie you can send up, send down without waivers. Just he got hurt. Oh! Leafs still with only 4 shots on goal. Feels like they've had a lot more attempts, but Tampa's getting in the way. The Leafs are missing the net. Mikheyev going with the mustache look.
It's interesting, these 2 lines
I don't dig it.
again paired up against each other, so it means that the
Logan, what series is the most surprising so far?
Coming in, they've been the better of the lines 5-on-5 at this point, and the Colton Hagel.
This series, because I don't know if we've had both teams look good on the same night yet, and it's game 4.
This is a matchup that's a critical one.
I am very surprised after the first 2 games the Bruins tied it up, and convincingly, against Carolina. But who is not stunned at Colorado's complete inability to, sorry, not Colorado, Calgary's complete inability to score on Dallas. Colorado has had no problem scoring. They've been fine. They've been A-okay. Is that a trip? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Go to the box. And here's their chance. 2:45 to go in the first period. Oh, I mean, take your pick. It's a high stick. It's a trip. What do you want? With 2:45 to go in the first period, the Leafs will go to the power play. And if they can score here, a comeback seems a lot more plausible. If you head into the second period with a 3-goal deficit, oh boy, that is a tough one. Put the seed of doubt in there. Put the seed of doubt in Tampa's heads. You know, we always look at Stanley Cup champions like the Tampa Bay Lightning and that championship DNA. And we're like, nothing phases them. So a goal heading into intermission, nothing phases them like they're deities. That's not true. They're just human beings with the same insecurities and doubts and everything that we all have. They just have more experience than us. Tampa has grown a lot since getting swept by Columbus in 2019. They're certainly more battle-hardened. But they're made of flesh and bone like the rest of us. You score one just before the intermission, they'll know. They'll know the Leafs are there. Leafs mounted a somewhat scary comeback in game 2 that ultimately was for naught. But they got a lot more time left right now. That was a terrible start to the game. But this Leafs team's so goofy and has such great offensive ability. You never know. They just might do it. Last time they erased the 3-goal deficit in the Stanley Cup playoffs, game 4 against the Columbus Blue Jackets, and that one only took them about 4 minutes. That was a fun game. Shame about game 5, but it was a fun game. I enjoyed it. Watch the Leafs game with Steve Dangle, presented by Molson Canadian. I'm Steve Dangle. Click like, click subscribe. Tell all your friends that Chernak is in the box. The Leafs have a power play. 2:45 to go in the first. 2 minutes to go in this power play. The Leafs looking for their 3rd power play goal of the series. Whoa!
and then
Oh!
chipped wide by
That's a
Nylander.
pretty chaotic and
Marner
fun
hooks it
start.
back to the line.
Leafs getting Tampa
Here's Nylander.
moving. This is great.
On the doorstep
This is great.
Tavares. Matthews has moved up high, and so has
I don't know if that's
Marner.
exactly the pass they wanted.
Brings
Matthews is going to
Marner
go to Marner
in
here,
front.
and he does, and it's on.
Off the stick of McDonough.
Tavares not able to do anything with it, but he
able
does
to
a good
retrieve
job
it,
boxing
and now
out to
around it
retrieve
comes
the
to
puck.
Matthews.
Those sorts of plays from John Tavares go so underappreciated. He still needs to be better. The Willie throws it on. Oh, there's a rebound, and the Leafs maintain possession. Marner with a confident as hell play. How do the Leafs still have it? How do the Leafs still have it? Matthews can't quite handle that pass. I think he wanted to shoot there. Riley's going to go back to Matthews here. Matthews goes back to Riley. I can't believe the Leafs still have it. Really playing with fire here. A shorthanded goal would be... oh, never mind. Wait! Oh. And Tampa will get it down the ice. Oh, man. It's so close to the end of the first. How do you change lines? I think they're changing a little bit of personnel. Spezza and Giordano are out there. Matthews stays out, though. And he's with Bunting. Matthews the only one staying out by the looks of it. Everyone else has changed.
Matthews back to Giordano.
Spezza likes to shoot.
A
lot of experience out there on this power play. Oh, puck skips on Matthews' stick. It's happened a couple times in this power play. Giordano almost gets to it. Leaping lemur style. This penalty is about to expire. But the Leafs still have 50 seconds to get a goal back. Oh my God! Spezza with the zone entry somehow. Leafs, stop! How did he do that? What kind of wizardry was that? Lightning will clear it here. No, even worse. It's a 2-on-1. Partial, but enough. And Kasha gets called for a trip. Kasha can't believe it. Ugh.
Looks like they will. As Nick Paul.
And talking about the Leafs potentially getting one back. And feeling good about themselves heading into the intermission.
This is a place that he's scored from many times before. It's Tavares in front, doesn't even get through to Vasilevsky.
Oh, they're both going. I saw Nick Paul protesting. Are they both going? That's so annoying, man. That's so annoying. It is or it isn't.
Tripped afterwards.
It is or it isn't.
Victor Hedman is arguing.
Well, I assume for embellishment. Remember, I can't hear the game, but I assume it's embellishment and cautious for tripping.
And trip called on the play.
You saw the follow through.
Slash and a trip.
He got back hard. He's at the end of pretty long
sure,
shift.
whatever. I thought the Leafs. Listen, 4-on-4 benefits the Leafs.
Heads on both benches.
This 4-on-4 benefits offense. The Leafs need offense very badly.
With just under a half minute
26.4 seconds to go here in the first. 4-on-4 continues, and that's how we'll begin the second period as well. No matter what. Oh, Mikheyev! Springs on a break. Not on a good angle, though. And the Leafs won't get a face-off there. I think that's what Mikheyev was going for. Tampa gets one more rush. They throw it on. Goes wide. And that nightmare of a first period is over. Tampa Bay scores 1 minute into the first period. 1 minute into the first. And the Leafs surrender the 3 quickest back-to-back-to-back goals that they've allowed all season. And they head to first intermission down 3-0. Watch a Leafs game with Steve Dangle, presented by Molson Canadian. I'm Steve Dangle. Click like for good luck. Gosh darn it. Click like. It's your fault if they don't come back. Click like. Click subscribe. Also, tell all your friends, and then you tell them to click like. Because if they don't click like, that's how Corey Perry gets you. Corey Perry clicks thumbs down. I know. I know. Oh, if you want to be like Corey Perry, I mean, go ahead. I told everyone you were cool, but if you want to be like Corey Perry, go ahead. I suppose that's fine. I told everyone you were cool. Oh! One question before we get to Sportsnet original content. I'm not able to get to the questions fast enough sometimes, and sometimes that makes the question very funny. Glory, will the Leafs be able to stay out of the box? No. 4-on-4 to start the second is a good thing. You probably get Matthews Marner out there. What do you do? Matthews Marner. I don't know about Riley Bouche. Would you do Riley Brody? This is where I think the Leafs miss Liljegren a bit. And the crappy thing about Justin Hall making a crappy play a minute into the game is you're sort of committed to him for the rest of the game. You can't just throw Liljegren in. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Watch a Leafs game with Steve Dangle, presented by Molson Canadian. I'm Steve Dangle. Click like, click subscribe. Tell all your friends. Don't go anywhere. We got some Sportsnet original content featuring me and my face. Enjoy.
Steve Dangle here at the Heritage Classic. Leafs, Sabres. We got fun stuff. We got a bunch of people in jerseys. We have food covered in cheese. Let's go have some cheese and have some fun. Get out of here! That's sick! I love it. Dangle, baby! So you're trying to get a job with the Leafs?
Yeah,
And this is the plan.
this is the plan.
Do the right thing, Kyle. What's your name again?
Rob.
Hi, Rob. All right, we're going to shoot some pucks into the washer, into the dryer. Hopefully not make a fool of myself, but I don't know. Those kids are pretty good. Can we cut it so that it's just really close-up shots of the puck going in? Here goes nothing. Ah. Come on! Go in! All right, we had a good talk. We're supposed to get in the bottom part, right? You know, it's not every day you get to see these. The Art Ross Trophy, the Hart Trophy, the Conn Smythe. This booth is dedicated to Austin Matthews' house 3 months from now. This is the pretzel one, and this is the bacon one.
Yeah, it's delicious so far.
Are you gonna put anything on it, or you just gonna go for it?
Do you have mustard? As you can see, pretzel wrapped around the hot dog. Oh my God, okay. The pretzel's like, are so soft on the inside. Oh, you feed me like this, I'm coming to Christmas. You're jealous. You're jealous through the camera right now.
Are you ready for dessert?
Deep fried Mars bar. This changed my life. This is like no exaggeration. This is a 20 out of 10. Heritage Classic, Leafs, Sabres. I think they played a game. I don't remember the score. My life is complete. From the Heritage Classic, Hamilton, Ontario, I'm Steve Dangle. Well fed. Yeah, who farted? That's a tough one. Is that a big E fart? Get in the butterfly, Marty.
If you're tired, just stay here if you're tired.
Okay, thanks, man. Put me out there with an empty net, I don't know. Oh. That's onside. Oh my God. I back check once and I'm dead. All right, I'm gonna Costanza this and get off. Oh,
That was hard work.
it was. Oh my God. I can't wait to shave this. Oh my God. I gotta remember my left leg exists.
Take it along.
Oh.
to go right at the D and just leave it in my legs, okay? That kind of thing?
Yeah, all right. Whoa, it's that intimidation factor. How sad do you get when you see me come over the boards? I'm just working on being able to touch the puck once. If I touch the puck once, that's a big win. Whoa! Well, I thought it was contract time. I thought that's what it was about.
Oh, no.
He scores!
Baseball's got walkout songs, but it's sort of starting to come to hockey. What would your goal song be if you could pick one?
Someone asked me the other day. I think I saw San Jose's doing it now.
Yep.
Players should have their own goal song.
Ooh, put me on the spot right now.
Oh, that's a panic question right now.
I think we're gonna have to restart this for a sec because that's so on the spot. I have no idea.
Sure. Matt Barzal stopped the interview.
Something hip hop. I think I would change it up from time to time.
I don't know, something country for sure.
I had one in GR. It was Buy Me a Boat.
But it can buy me a boat.
How's it go? Can you sing it?
Buy me a truck to pull it.
No. Luke Combs song, You Never Broke My Heart, that one?
Yeah, that sounds like a country song. I believe you.
Like that new Drake song with Future, Life is Good. It's pretty good.
Working on a weekend like usual.
We could make the Future verse as my goal song.
I go tremendo for new fettuccine. All fat though, claret the pinky. All fat though, we order the feet.
Man, you listen to that in your car and you're like, I want this when I score a goal.
Granted, she was standing right down while I catch play on the brick.
Oh, for sure, yeah. You definitely think about that sometimes.
So we'll say Turbulence, Steve Aoki. I think it starts kind of slow too. You kind of want something that's loud right off the bat, right?
Wait, well, you don't. You can edit it.
Oh, yeah, so that would be edited. That's all.
We hit Turbulence!
You don't gotta
we'll go with that one, and it's edited properly.
Probably something upbeat. Jeez, I don't know. Maybe Time of Our Lives by Pitbull.
We didn't go to church, but I got my list.
I mean, Pitbull's on everything else. Why not your goal song?
Let's ride! Everybody going through.
When I was playing in St. John, we tried to have a goal song, and that was Space Jam.
Your dance at the Space Jam.
Okay.
I know that song, like, it kind of says, like, Johnny. Let's go, Johnny, or whatever.
Yeah.
In that song.
Go, Johnny.
So, yeah, there you go.
That's perfect. I wouldn't change a thing.
I like Rocky like a hurricane. And they kind of play for me if I have like a special moment, some game or something. So that one's always been good for me.
Oh yeah, I will probably just go with Swiss German one. Something from a band called Lone Bleu Duc.
What?
So
it's my
you
favorite.
Guys, yeah, you guys probably heard all songs of them.
Probably pick their biggest hit. What's it called again?
Jung verdammt.
What? Totally. That would be mine as well.
Yeah.
That'd be mine as well.
It's a lot of songs. Honestly, I don't hear the songs when we score.
It is, man, you score so much that they just get sick of the song.
No, don't go there.
Oh,
the fans' noise or when our fans screaming and all that. That's a good goal song.
And here's Pettersson, score! Unbelievable.
Goal song I'd probably choose is "I Need a Dollar" by Aloe Black.
I need a dollar, that's what I need.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one.
Maybe New York, you know.
I had a job, but the boss man let me go.
Well, I thought it was contract time. I thought that's what it was about.
Oh, no.
Come on, share your dollar with me.
No.
Not yet.
No.
Not yet.
Well, those were fun. at very least. Certainly more fun than the first period. I know I'm excited to watch the Leafs come back in the second. Aren't you? Bet you are. All right? Keep your composure. Don't make me shake the chair again. There's a reason you're all still here. All right? Well, some of you are here because you're sick puppies who just want to see me squirm and suffer. And to you, I wish nothing but the worst of ills, and I hope you step on a Lego during your wedding. For the rest of you, you're watching because you believe. You're watching because you have the passion. You're watching because you have the vision. You're watching because you believe deep down, even if you think it might be unlikely, you might get to see something special tonight. So why don't you all make like my blood type and be positive? I think that's what I gotta check with my mom. Hey, you have to be positive if you have aspirations of drinking from the cup. You see, you're impressed. You're impressed that I found a way to. I went directly from screaming to talking about the Stanley Cup batch from Molson Canadian. It's a batch of beer, limited edition, limited time, kissed by the Stanley Cup itself. It's not drinking directly out of the cup, but it's the next best thing. It's as close as you possibly can. So go to where you get beer, and you can get the Molson Canadian limited edition Stanley Cup batch. I wanted to highlight a question that I received before the game started, and I didn't get a chance to read it. Would you like to hear it? Evan, will Stamkos get his first goal of the series tonight? Question mark. Will Tavares? Second question mark. So there's two responses to that if you're watching right now. You laugh at the first question and get sad at the second. Or you laugh at the first question and you laugh at the second one harder. I think I did one in my head and a different one out loud. Because this sucks! But there's an opportunity for it not to suck. There is an opportunity to silence that building in Tampa. Potentially for good. Because I tell you what, if the Lightning blow this, they get a little bit of the yips. They get a little bit of the nerves that the Leafs are always accused of getting. By accused, I mean we've seen it. We've seen it. But imagine the Leafs flip the script like that. Imagine the reigning Stanley Cup champions are the team who blows it in a high-stakes Stanley Cup playoff game. I would love to see that. Riley, how can the comeback happen? Crash the net. Big time. You got to get pucks on the net for crying out loud. Or you got to get bodies in front. The defense is going to have to jump up into the rush. They're going to have to be active at the point, moving it around. And the stars have to show up. They do. You got to get some good depth performances for sure. You got to, if you're Jason Spezza, you got to stay out of the box for crying out loud. But Matthews has to be Hercules. Marner's got to be a magician. Nylander has to have his best game of the series. And so does John Tavares. Man, oh man. You got to think this isn't going to be a 4-line game in the second period. I don't think so. I think Keefe is going to get the blender out in that he's not going to change all 4 lines. He is going to figure out how to make 3. I don't know. No, you know what? I do know. I was going to say, I don't know if I would split up the third line. Yeah, I do. You're down 3-0. What do you have a shutdown line for? You got to score. You have to score at least 4 if you hope to win this game. There's no 3-on-3. There's no shootout. You have to score 1, 2, 3, 4 goals at minimum on Andrei Vasilevsky for a chance at a comeback. You got to crash the net. You got to get some goals from your stars. And you're going to need a couple gritty performances from depth guys waiting to break out, hoping to break out. Engvall, I don't know if you can expect much more of him. Kampf, I don't know if you can expect much more out of him. And Mikheyev has done so well. Wouldn't it be nice to have, even if he only gets 3 more shifts the rest of the game, to have an unreal world-beating shift from Jason Spezza? Wouldn't it be great to get an injured Michael Bunting on the board? Kerfoot rewards Sheldon Keefe for putting him on the first line. You know, speaking of the vision, you asked me about the comeback, and I keep seeing Giordano. I see him at the point. And I'm seeing, I don't want to get too specific about it because I want to be, if I'm general, I have a better chance of being right. But I see Giordano scoring a goal. It might happen in the third. Might not happen here in the second, but I'm seeing a Giordano goal. I'm seeing it happen. I'm seeing it in real time. And Jack Campbell is going to have to make at least 2 more spectacular saves before this is all said and done, because the Leafs are going to be cheating offense and the Lightning are going to get a couple breakaways and odd man rushes. Michael, how do you ever doubt the team that has Matthews and Marner? I'm a Habs fan, and I'd kill to have those players. What are the sheer odds Michael's being genuine? You know? What a Habs fan asking how... Shut up, Michael! First of all, I know you would kill to have those players, and perhaps being the first team to ever finish 32nd has humbled you. But those 2 guys did not do well against Montreal. They have to do well here in the second period, starting now. Toronto Maple Leafs down 3-0 to the Tampa Bay Lightning. Justin Hall starting the second period on the bench, where I imagine he's going to stay for quite some time. Oh, he ain't playing Game 5. No shot. No shot. They'll put Sandin on the right before they go back to Hall. If Liljegren's healthy, I assume he's getting back in, because that was bad. Watch the Leafs game with Steve Dangle, presented by Molson Canadian. I'm Steve Dangle. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. In case you forgot, it's 4-on-4 to start the second period here, which I think benefits the Leafs.
That would have been an interesting conversation had it not been Matthews to start.
That was a sneaky play from the Lightning. I didn't even know they left the zone.
Marner trying to
Braden Point, shifty, doing a great job there on TJ Brody. This could be dangerous. Matthews giving Hedman a lot of space there. I don't like that very much. Running interference on Marner there. And the Leafs, if they could just get it. Matthews had no momentum there. Thought he had a chance for a break. Bad line change. Here come the Lightning. 2-on-1. Leafs. Oh, boy. Whoa! What happened there? Can I say ass over tea kettle on the stream? Too late. Who was that? Oh my God, I can't wait to see the replay of that. 4-on-4 is carnage. Here's Hall. Gets... Nikita Kucherov attacked him dead on. Riley has the puck stripped. The Lightning getting the better of this 4-on-4. Jack Campbell gobbles that up in 5 seconds. A 4-on-4 remaining. It's a defensive zone draw.
He tries to close the gap as quickly as he can.
so I don't think Tavares Nylander would go out there. Oh my goodness! It was Cirelli and Riley.
Vision is just looking for the puck. He doesn't even realize.
And he
he's
blocks
gonna
the
get
pass.
upended,
And
could have been a lot worse, couldn't it?
hockey players are ridiculous. Like, how didn't he snap his ankle there? How did both players get up from that exchange? That's so silly.
Cirelli on the receiving end, he leads the Lightning in hits in this series.
Oh, it is Tavares. So Tavares and Nylander make sense because Kasha's about to come out of the box in 5 seconds. Well, Cirelli said a bad word. I got a close-up of the bad word. Said a bad word. That should be a penalty. Said a bad word. Here comes Kasha.
But the stats lied in a lot of categories here.
There he is. Might lead to something. Nope. Lightning break it up. I thought that was a 2-on-1 for a sec. Oh boy, what a move from Braden Point. Oh my goodness. I thought he scored. I thought he scored and I was going to walk off. It was just going to be empty room in the corner for the rest of the game. I was going to leave. I was going to leave and cry. Oh my gosh. The Lightning have, like, they're an amazing team and they have amazing teamwork, but they have guys who can just completely embarrass you one-on-one, like individually. And we haven't seen that yet in this series, and it's happening tonight. Leafs throw it on. Third line, still intact. Still arguably the Leafs' best line tonight. That can't sustain. That cannot happen if the Leafs have any hope of coming back in this game and winning this series.
David Camp deflects it down the ice, and Cal Foot back for the Lightning.
Less than 3 minutes gone in this second period. There's still lots of time.
Here comes Brandon Hagel in.
And by the way, don't forget to get your questions into the chat and comments. Comments are fine. Oh! Lightning with a chance there. Hedman goes wide. Oh! Careless play off the skate there from Foot, and the Leafs. Oh, just can't break it out. Oh, no! And here comes Fulton. Shoots! And he scores. Oh. Jack Campbell looks down at his glove. He can't believe it. And barely over 3 minutes into the second period here, they just look brutal. The Leafs. Oh, what is Lyubushkin doing? Did that actually go through Campbell's glove? I have seen that in the NHL. Let's see. Oh man. I mean, you want Jack to have that, but they've been so bad. Lyubushkin skating with no purpose, and what was nearly a Leafs 3-on-1 heading the other way. It's now a 4-0 Tampa lead early in the second.
3:17 time of the goal.
Their odds of coming back from 3-0 were low. 4-0.
And so the hill gets steeper.
Listen, I'm always down on Watch a Leafs game with Steve Dangle, presented by Molson Canadian. I'm always down to witness something truly special.
Anthony Cirelli, we're told, has gone to the Lightning dressing
But the Leafs haven't shown much sign that we're getting that tonight.
With Riley.
Ugh. Tavares, Bunting, Spezza. Ugh. Tell me that's not a penalty.
Matthews touches it.
Sickening.
The Lightning are going to go.
Sickening.
Download the BetMGM app
I don't know
and tap into the non-stop
what John
action
Tavares
in
could do for the rest of the game
sports.
to make this anything but his worst Stanley Cup playoff game as a Leaf. Maybe his worst game as a Leaf, seriously. Like, that's such an obvious penalty. What are you throwing your hand up for? He said he dove. John, you were lucky to get away with the slash. Yeah, he didn't call you for the trip. He called you for the hook.
Right after Colton scores from Hagel and
Sit down and think about how you can help this team. Dude, like, Tavares, Bunting, Spezza, I was about to say before he took that penalty, that's the fourth line, in my opinion.
Stamp goes point.
Oh, no way. Is this going to be a 5-on-3? No. Please, no. Why is he still skating?
Release of Camp went right up and over the Tampa Bay bench. They were ducking, trying to get out of the way. So from
Did David Kampf just take a delay of game penalty?
Here, bouncing puck.
Oh my good lord. The Leafs are without their probably most crucial penalty killer for the next 151.
On a lengthy 5-on-3. In fact, it comes 9
Dude,
seconds.
this is a nightmare. Marner's taking the face-off!
Raising his arm,
which he lost because he's not a center!
That in a moment.
And Tampa's got a 5-on-3 with a 4-0 lead. This is the worst. This is awful. Go!
Ricochets down, and Vasilevsky's going to come out with Marner, first man down the ice. John Cooper told us this morning that Steven Stamkos could be another official.
Even my hair gel is sad. It's like drooping.
Well, he likes to call during the game and is rarely wrong.
Brody thought about it.
Offsides or any controversial call on the ice.
David Alter apparently tweeted, Justin Hall and Colin Blackwell have 0 XGF percentage after one period of 5-on-5. That means, listen, that's an advanced stat, and all you need to know is that means they're bad. Blackwell is on the fourth line, so he didn't play very much. I don't know what Justin Hall's excuse is. The Lightning getting a real good chance here. Oh, they're spreading the Leafs all over the place. Campbell. I mean, he's alone. Poor man is on an island.
Looking for the perfect finish here.
This dude's going to go from happy bum taps to Wilson! Wilson, I'm sorry! And Corey Perry makes it 5-0.
Perfect setup. And it's 5-0.
Wilson! Wilson, I'm sorry!
3 times Corey Perry was looking for the pass down low.
This is the worst playoff game any of us have ever watched.
He had to make a quick save. Instead, passes across.
Yo, how much time is there to go? It is 8:21.
Looking like he's going to wind up and blast a one-timer. You want to talk about selling a one-timer? Kucherov did, and that one just slides through the legs of Brody. The right pad of Campbell can't quite get there.
How many groins do you think Jack Campbell has? Help the poor man! And now the Leafs are still short-handed.
Wonder if there's a point when Sheldon Keefe has to consider.
Apparently, like, look at my heart rate. Oh, God, they're talking to Sheldon. He's going to go in, isn't he? He's going to go in, I think, after the power play.
That's left over, too, but
apparently, something that lowers my heart rate and blood pressure is complete and utter despair.
Kosh over the line. He's knocked down there by Palat.
Oh! Ah! I'm surprised Nick Paul is still on his skates right now. Kasha got him in the face bad.
15 seconds left of the camp penalty, and the unraveling continues.
Kasha has never gotten a penalty he deserves in his eyes. Well, so like when Shelgren's supposed to go in? He was going to go in after the penalty kill, but they took another bloody penalty. Watch this. He shanks him real bad. So what Kasha is trying to argue, I think, is Perry grabbed his stick, and as he was trying to yank it out of his possession, that's what caused the high stick. Doesn't really matter. Is Kampf even out of the box? I don't think he is. I think that's the 15 seconds they're still killing. Oh. Hey, if you got questions in the chat, let me know. Let us know, and I will do my best.
Well, Shelgren got up and got his goal stick.
Watch here. There's Perry had his stick, had his right hand on.
Like, okay, so that's cheeky from Perry, absolutely.
Now when it's gone. I mean, there's no question the high stick.
But at best, this should probably be both of them going off. I mean, you still can't just. Oh, are they debating the 2 minutes versus 4? Oh, for God's sake!
Does look like.
And it's a double minor.
Not going to send him in on a 5-on-3. You wouldn't expect. Here's Kucherov again. Down low it goes.
Bro, just switch Shelgren in mid-shift. Like, what's the difference?
Back to Hedman. And TJ Brody disrupts that
Yeah,
pass.
every side-to-side movement I see Jack Campbell make is a coaching failure. You got to get him off the ice for Game 5. Get Braden Point out of there.
That was a good save by Campbell as Point. You saw the 2 quick steps.
Yeah, I don't
don't
care that the Leafs are on the penalty kill right now. You got to get Campbell out. It's 5-0, dude. Save him for Game 5. Get him out. He's easily been the best Leaf tonight, and he's allowed 5 goals, which should tell you everything you need to know about how awful the Leafs have been in front of him. Awful. Dreadful.
11 different Lightning players with points. The only one with
I don't even know if the rest of the game is about winning it.
Kucherov, who has
It's about saving face, basically. That or they're going to score 6 consecutive goals, which would be dope as hell. And here comes the first one. Mitch Marner with David Kampf. You probably should have shot that, and now Tampa's going to get an odd man rush. Nope, never mind. It is a Leaf penalty. Hooray! Hooray! They're going to call a trip. Who's that on Hedman?
As you get the tripping call of Point coming back.
Has there ever been a 5-minute major for tripping? I'm grasping at straws here.
Marner. He knows if he closes too quickly,
Marner has
gonna
Hedman.
play, so instead gives him
And
room,
if I'm Tampa, I'm going, what the heck is the difference between what Hedman did to Marner and what Riley did to Cirelli? Is he going off? Can we make it just... Yeah, they just called it.
It's Hedman who is going to get the
I think
the helmet worked on.
I think that's what Hedman's saying there. I'm not on John Boy's level of lip reading, but I think he's saying, what the hell's the difference? So it'll be 4-on-4 for the next 2 minutes, no matter what. Well, not no matter what entirely. If there's another penalty, it won't be. But it'll be 4-on-4 for the next 2 minutes. And then after that 2 minutes is up, the Leafs are going to head right back to the penalty kill because Costa took a double minor. A bit of a somewhat unfair double minor, but who cares? Stanley Cup playoffs. No such thing as fair. Matthews, if you could, there you go. That's a little bit better. Offside.
So just shy of the 7-minute mark.
It's the first non-penalty whistle in 4 years, it says on my watch. It says 4 years. Watch a Leafs game with Steve Dangle. I'm Steve Dangle. Click like, click subscribe. Tell your friends. If you have a non-swear word laden question for the chat, I would like to see it. Because otherwise, it's just me talking through the Leafs being down 5-0. Jeff Merrick on Twitter. I don't know. Have you heard of him? Question: what's better in a blowout game? TV cutaways to the GM or the backup goalie? The GM. The GM, because the GM doesn't expect to be on camera necessarily, not as much as the coach. So you tend to catch them off guard talking crap. There was a game, do you remember a game a few years ago? It was in the dog days of Babcock. Like, he's gone. He's gone. But they haven't fired him yet. But the team is crap. There was a game against Columbus that I think went to overtime. This might have been the game where Marner blew it. Remember there was a string of overtimes where Marner sort of wore the goat horns? By the way, wearing the goat horns used to be a bad thing. Now you're the goat. No, this isn't a compliment. He was bad. And the camera pans to Dubas basically shouting at Shanahan about based on lip reading, it was a lineup decision that Babcock made heading into overtime that proved to be bad. And of course, the Leafs lost. Eric Shelgren is in net for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Shelgren. I keep reminding myself. The mainstream media, who I work for, I'm not going to pretend like this isn't the Sportsnet YouTube channel. We've settled on Shelgren. which is a step up from Kallgren, which was more wrong.
It's management for going forward.
But all the Swedes in my mentions and DMs said, Steve, you big Canadian idiot, it's Källgren. By the way, if you've ever noticed they say David Camp funny, that's me just, yeah, Campbell pulled. If you ever notice me saying David Camp and you're like, Steve, that bugs me, that's how I was told to say it by our Czech audience. I listen to people. Oh, boy. Oh, Mitch.
He did not get the hook when he gave up 8 here.
Minute 20 to go here on this 4-on-4. We've gone from can the Leafs come back to can the Leafs at least save face to can the Leafs prove they have a pulse. Can we strap them up to these things? Get a little monitor. You know, remember at the end of the regular season when the Leafs lost 8-1 to Tampa? In Tampa, and everyone's like, oh man, that was a Källgren game. Pointing up towards the score bug. Källgren hasn't allowed a goal yet. Leafs are just playing really bad. Källgren won, was it Swedish League playoff MVP last year? You never know. Might see something really cool tonight.
Källgren showed some resilience.
I mean, the Leafs are down 5-0. He shouldn't see a shot on goal. That was his first big save there.
5 goals against in his last 2 starts for the Leafs rookie backup.
And the problem with the lineup that the Leafs have right now is they're... Oh, I thought Matthews was going to call. There isn't even really... Like, this is the sort of game that the Leafs should want to get out of hand. Like with scrums and fights and stuff. As the team losing by a lot. That wasn't a penalty. Willie just fell down. But they don't really have anyone who can go. Bunting fighting doesn't make any sense. Guy's playing hurt. I don't want to see, like... Maybe Spezza can fight. Maybe... I mean, Engvall's so valuable to the team.
For 72 seconds. Knocked off the stick.
Leafs now on a penalty kill. The 4-on-4 is over. It's the second half of the Kasha double minor. Kasha, by the way, who is a penalty killer, and probably would have played a significant part of that 4-on-4 had he been allowed to. Leafs clear the zone. Cool. Their highlight of the night so far. The Leafs look exhausted.
And it's cleared out by Giordano.
Tampa looks a million times faster. Question from Fudge Waffle in the chat. No question, just telling you it's going to be okay. Thanks, Mom. Happy Mother's Day.
There's Nick Paul. Colton. Steven Stamkos back.
Tampa is working it around like they're down 1 with 2 minutes to go. They are brutal, relentless. This game, look at the clock. Regulation's not even half done. Ah!
Now Brody wrapping it around.
Ah!
And Kasha back on the ice.
Honestly, if the Leafs don't pick up their socks, this could be a double-digit playoff loss.
And are back at full strength.
Yuck.
10 minutes gone here in the second. Belmar off the boards for Perry. And here comes Sergachev back in.
Watch the Leafs game with Steve Dangle. Presented by Molson Canadian. I'm Steve Dangle. Click like, click subscribe. Tell all your friends. All of them.
This much in the Lightning favor. Colin Blackwell ahead. Got Spezza on the move, knocked down by Chernak. Blackwell able to force.
You gotta wonder what the mood was like in the Tampa locker room after losing Game 3.
Cruising at the Leaf line.
Because in the same way that, you know, they weren't worried after Game 1, it's a long series, shake it off, that's a one-off. Almost feels like they might have felt more positive after Game 3. Good stop by Källgren. If you're Tampa, how do you leave Game 3 not thinking
Stanley Cup champs?
you're the better team? I would absolutely think I was the better team if I was Tampa. The way the Leafs ended the second period, the way they began the third, the way they held on by the seat of their pants, the way Jack Campbell had to rob the Lightning on several occasions. The Leafs had to try that hard and came this close to blowing a 3-goal lead. Tampa had to be feeling pretty good after Game 3, despite the loss. Look at them. 5-0 regulation, barely half over. Oh, Line A. Here, this is nice. Let's do this pace. I like this. Line A, what is your favorite home-cooked meal from Nona or Mom? My Nona's Italian wedding soup. May she rest in peace. She left the recipe to the family, and my wife made it for the first time a few years ago. Not Italian at all. From Aberdeen, Scotland. And the first spoonful I took, I almost cried. I was, oh my God. Because it's one thing to get the recipe, it's another thing to nail it. Oh! Oh, she nailed it! For my mom, man, I miss her macaroni and cheese. She made homemade macaroni and cheese. I used to be a child and not lactose intolerant. So that was cool. Oh, and she makes, oh God, what are they called? These cookies. Hello Dollies. Those are really good, and she makes good homemade biscotti to dip. Because you're supposed to dip it. I don't like biscotti, they're dry.
And Kyle.
Dip it in your coffee, that's the matter for you.
Fourth line for John Cooper on the score
In your
sheet
Spro.
tonight.
We see the 47 career playoff goals, but how about the season?
Emily, what did
19 regular
Leo
season, and he's
get
got
SL for
2 of
Mother's
the
Day?
first 4 here
SL
with
is my
pickup.
mom. Leo is my son.
He has been losing in the Stanley Cup Finals and playing for Dallas against
Leo,
the Tampa Bay
for
Lightning in the bubble in
Mother's Day,
2020,
he's
of
still
course,
figuring out Mother's
great
Day.
run with
He
the
got
Montreal
himself
Canadiens
an
last year
iPad.
all the way to the Stanley Cup Finals. That's a great pickup.
You need something to watch
Really
Cocomelon
raised
all.
draw that
Cocomelon on.
even he would have expected.
And hockey highlights.
21
He's
goals
not
at
even
this
2 years
point
old,
from
and he
Mother's
likes
Day.
watching hockey highlights.
All John Cooper wanted was
What else?
a guy that could fit in and chip in a little
Flowers,
bit.
roses,
Perry's done
and
that
also a
and
succulent,
a whole lot more.
a
Well,
card,
one thing he could do is play up and down the lineup too. He's got such
a
smart,
picture frame with
sneaky
no
good
picture in
tight.
it.
And when you've got talented
Again,
players
he's
around that cause havoc,
He's a
that
toddler. He's
little
learning.
Ability to be in close like the one he was able to score on is just such a great value to have, and
He's a pretty
full
good kid.
advantage of.
2 power play goals against the Leafs last year in the opening round. And the power play
Question,
goal
not
tonight.
from the chat, from Steve Dangle. Have the Leafs had a scoring chance yet? Oh, that was one right there. And it was Giordano. Division!
Put it back on goal.
He's going to score
And
6
Lightning
goals
clears.
tonight.
Charging after it is Hagel against Hall.
Justin.
Hall won that battle.
Whoa, how's that not a
Hall
knee?
trying to chip it out. And now Hall ahead for Giordano.
How's that
too
not a
far.
knee?
We'll try it again.
I'm
as
surprised
Austin
Justin Hall doesn't
Matthews
have his gloves off
comes
right
onto
now,
the ice.
because he's not afraid to fight either.
And Kerfoot completes the change. Wondered if we start to see different Leaf combinations here in the back half of this game.
DK, who on the Leafs has the best motherly energy? That's going to have to wait. Here come the Lightning. And Shelgren with the save.
Mitch Marner gathers speed.
8 minutes to go here in the second. The Leafs got to get on the board.
Pass across and just out of the reach
Feel
of
alive.
Riley for Labushkin.
Make the Lightning
Bounce
feel
right to Matthews.
less than superhuman,
Dumps it
for
in the corner
goodness
where
sake.
Kerfoot
I think a big reason why the Leafs won Game 3 is
broke it up.
they didn't allow the Lightning to feel too good about themselves
Big Eric Chernak's in, and that's off
after
Riley
Game 2.
and out of play.
Like, the Leafs got to get it to the net. They got to score. They got to make the Lightning's lives miserable. You got to run them over a little bit. You got to make them breathe hard. You got to make Game 5 harder than Game 4. And it starts in Game 4.
About Braden Point and his health down the end of the season. John Cooper
I don't even know
himself
if
kept him out
Sheldon
of a
stopped that.
couple
I think he
of
just
games.
missed.
I thought in this game he's been the most dangerous.
Who on the
with
Leafs
his
has the
feet.
best
Like you say,
motherly
he's been able to
energy?
use that speed to break through the D a few times and create some scoring chances.
I got it. You're all thinking Jack Campbell.
In game 2, and as mentioned,
And maybe it is.
exceptional in game 3. Great point
Does
getting
so
back
much,
into
but is still
his playoff form.
somehow
Nobody
underappreciated.
has more goals than that man in the Stanley Cup playoffs
That's
the
motherly
last
energy.
2 years, and
Always telling you
few rare to get 14
you're doing your
plus
best,
goals in
making you feel good about yourself.
2 seasons of playoff hockey.
But that is a TV sitcom version of a mom. Jack Campbell is the TV sitcom version of a mom. I think a more realistic player for motherly energy is Morgan Riley. Also just does things that are unappreciated, is generally fed up with all these kids' nonsense.
Colton out there now, and again Anthony Cirelli, but the only concern for the Lightning tonight that Anthony
Seriously,
Cirelli
during that
is
Amazon documentary,
left this
he
game.
said like what, 5 lines, and they were all sick of humans and funny. He's one of the most unintentionally funny guys on the team, for sure. Oh my God, are we gonna get a heart rate in the 70s?
Jake Muzzin hit by Kucherov. Engvall
This is why they call it a broken heart.
reversed it to
They're down
Muzzin.
5-0 right now, man.
Ball's got room.
My heart hurts.
Up ahead, Kemp closed on quickly by Sergachev. Scrum along the boards. It came off Sergachev. The Leafs trying to race out of there, but Mikheyev unable to gather possession of the puck. Muzzin lost
The
it.
Lightning
Here
are
comes
just,
Maroon
they're
again.
gaining the Leaf zone with
Patrick Maroon, who has
ease.
now scored at least one goal
Ease.
in each.
If there was a zone the Leafs were worst in tonight, it'd probably be the neutral zone.
Sergachev at the
I mean,
line.
once it gets into their zone, it ain't great either.
Can't get it to the front of the net, and there was a reason
Ugh,
for
and they
that.
take
The
another
sizing
penalty.
call.
Like, they're unable to get anything accomplished. Anything. They can't break out. They can't break in. Their stretch passes all suck.
Once again, 5:46 left in the second.
Engvall just sadly skating towards the box. Watch a Leafs game with Steve Dangle. Presented by Molson Canadian. I'm Steve Dangle. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. Dragon, what's your favorite song by your dad? And favorite song in general? Okay, this is bad. I don't know the names of my dad's songs. My dad is a drummer in a metal band. He's been in many bands over my life, and I have many songs from his bands over my life that I actually like. He's been in a blues band. They were on breakfast television, named Kickin' Red Rooster. He was in a Latin-influenced metal band called Salvaje. What was... I can't remember all the names of them, but he's in a band right now called Atomic Tomb. Metal. He is 65. That's a real thing. It's a real thing. What's your favorite song? There's my question to you. You check it out. They're on Spotify. Dad, send me $20. Thank you very much. I'll give it back to you on Father's Day. Oh, and favorite song in general? That's a tough one. That's a really tough one. It alternates, right? Like, does your favorite song remain, or does your favorite song remain your favorite song forever? What's that? Oh, man. Who's it by? Turn me on, turn me on. Na, 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 na. Anything from that banger era of Sean Paul? Temperature, Get Busy,
Where they gave up
all
6
that.
power plays against. This is the second already in this series.
Oh my God. The Lightning look unreal.
Slams against the head boards. Marner
Come on,
at center.
Mitch!
That was a
3
nice
shorthanded
goal
goals right now.
for Victor Hedman.
I could listen to Good Kid, Mad City over and over again.
Game 3, but
The album.
It's been reversal tonight. Hedman +3.
Also, I forget the name of the album by the Foo Fighters, but it's got The Pretender on it. Whatever that album is. I used to listen to it like every day heading to school.
A tripping call
Is Kucherov going off?
or excuse me,
Can he?
Kucherov upending Marner.
Good. Go off. What are you yelling for? You're up 5-0. Shut up. Shut up.
Games. Here's the play of
Shut your
the
face.
shot. Now the puck's there. Turn around and the stick right on the feet of
Dash.
Marner as he goes down. It seems like there's an argument after every call.
Oh, Turn Me On is by Kevin Little. Producer Stu is telling me.
Caps of Marner and he goes down. So
Producer Rob taking credit for that? Okay. It's a banger, man. It's a bot. Slaps.
for both the teams, isn't it?
You see how, like, the Leafs are losing 5-0, and I can't help but smile, and all I'm doing is thinking about that song. 100% by Big Pun.
Unless they can
That's a good one.
find a way to beat Vasilevsky.
And I don't even know what they're saying in the chorus because it's in Spanish. But it's, again, it's just a bop. Ah! Still can't get their first goal. This is the third dose of 4-on-4 we've gotten tonight. Braden Point has been dancing.
Riley knocked it off his stick.
Dancing.
Gets it back for Palat. Chernak on the move.
Jeez, Matthews is directing traffic for Giordano.
To his partner Hitman.
It's just every shift. I've got to see the numerical, the analytical breakdown after this game. The Leafs are getting caved at even strength. Caved. The Lightning are just working it around the outside. They're not even going to be tired after this game. Leafs are skating constantly. The Lightning are just standing on the perimeter and playing keep away. It's borderline insulting.
Got back first.
Leafs are going to get, oh.
Under 20 seconds remaining in the
I don't know what Hagel was upset about. You didn't get called for anything.
power play.
In 10 seconds, the Leafs are going to get a very short power play.
Kerfoot
What, about 35 seconds, I think?
Chips it around McDonough.
And getting a goal would be super cool.
Out comes Engvall, and now the power play for
Engvall going straight to the bench.
minute as Spezza checks in.
Spezza coming on. Pew pew. Shoot it! You're down 5-0! Shoot! Shoot! Ah!
Hagel from his knees.
This game is a nightmare! Under 3.5 minutes to go here in the second period. 10 seconds to go in this power play.
From his knees, got to the loose puck and able to get the help to clear down.
Oh my God. This is a nightmare. This is so crap. And Brody again. Oh my God. Like,
will continue.
can I please watch the rest of the game like this? So I at least have the option to cover my eyes. This is torture.
Right of passage. Here's the play.
The Leafs power play ends immediately. Oh, I think that might have hurt Brandon Hagel. Hagel has not had a comfortable series. He got rocked last game by Labushkin. Turns it over for the Kampf goal. Blocked that shot. He took a big hit tonight. So the Leafs are maybe softening him up a bit, but this is terrible. Who's that dude even clapping at?
And the power play goal off the stick of Corey Perry. 3 shots on their extended power play opportunities tonight. Leafs win the draw. Sent around, but there is Kucherov.
I don't even know what the LFR video is going to be tonight, like my post-game video. Just, you ever see The Simpsons when Krusty the Clown, he has a cigarette and camera cuts back to him and what the hell was that? It's going to be me.
Now Stamkos on the near side. Killorn behind the net.
Nearly a full 2-minute power play for the Lightning. What a nightmare. Shelgren hasn't allowed a goal. That's cool. Don't say Steve Ujinks. They're down 5-0.
Stamkos again.
Nothing is a jinx now. It's just they're bad. Okay? If we're going to talk about jinxes, we got to talk about before the game. We are going to talk about down goes Brown, Sean McIndoe.
Seasons plus this series.
Actually, I gotta read that tweet. I gotta pull that up. While the Lightning hopefully don't score. You never know. There it is. Oh, what a stop by Shelgren! Yo, that play by the Lightning, where it looks like Kucherov's going to shoot it and it goes to point. It's so good. So effective. Gets me every time. How do you forget Braden Point exists? Nikita Kucherov is the answer. I mean, this is a good-looking penalty kill, at least. So the tweet from Down Goes Brown before the game. I'm feeling pretty good about how the Leafs have played so far, and I don't hate their chances of winning the series. But is anyone else getting any that one road blowout where everything goes wrong vibes heading into tonight? Sean, shut up forever. Thanks for nothing. Boo.
There by Labushkin. Brody back out. So now the Lightning
more like down with Brown. Down with Sean. Down with Webster. Is that taken? No. We'll figure it out.
Nick Paul's got it. Now the Leafs.
How about Sean? Shut your face. There's the Twitter handle.
Hits to the pitch on a chain.
What about Boo You Jinx?
Matthews, Marner, and Michael Bunting come out after the penalty kill.
I choked, and that's what I'm hoping the Lightning do here. 20 seconds to go here in a 5-0 game for Tampa. Can you believe there's another period left? I can, because that is where the Toronto Maple Leafs will come back. I watched the Leafs blow a 5-0 lead to the St. Louis Blues and got grounded when I was a child. And that's what's going to happen in this one.
Intercepted by McDonough, and that's going to do it.
The Leafs with 14 shots on goal through 40. None of them go in the net. All of us are sad. None of this is fun.
After 2 more Lightning goals by
and the Leafs
and Perry
head to second intermission.
With the Lightning in charge here.
Sir, that paint is so close to your eyes.
At 2 apiece.
Feeling not good. Not great, Bob. Watch a Leafs game with Steve Dangle, presented by Molson Canadian. I'm Steve Dangle. Click like, click subscribe. Tell all your friends. You know, the Tampa Bay Lightning have done something twice. That this, in recent memory, they've done it twice anyway, that this group has not done. And this group is hoping to do. And that's drink from the Stanley Cup. You can get a limited edition Stanley Cup batch of Molson Canadian that was actually kissed by the Stanley Cup. You can get it at the LCBO, the Lickbo, if you prefer. But it's limited edition, limited time only, the Stanley Cup batch from Molson Canadian. I would like one. I say that because I do. I really do. We have intermission content for you. But before that, producer Drew, Vasilevsky is going to be 16-0 after losses since 2020. I'm sorry, Drew. Why are you talking like this game is over? Do you believe this guy? Do you believe this guy? Okay, Drew. Like they're not going to score 6 straight. Like you've never seen it. What's that? The Lightning don't have Dave Rittich in net? Oh. Well. I'm excited to see the comeback. OG content, original content from Sportsnet coming at you. Don't go anywhere because I'm not going anywhere. Here's me from the past.
David Ayers, the emergency goaltender. He's from Whitby, played some junior B. But can't get the puck right over the line, and Ayers makes a lovely save. Puck's up for grabs. Ayers is down, and he snaps that into his glove and stops play. Faces a shot, makes the save. Keep the puck, David. You've just got a National Hockey League victory. 6-3 Carolina. Oh, man, look at that reaction.
Maple Leafs lost an actual National Hockey League game to a 42-year-old to the Movies! The team should not the urgency from Gibson!
Hey guys, Steve Dangle here. I was asked to show up at Jeff Merrick's outdoor rink. Don't know why. He'll probably talk about some hockey from the 50s or something.
Hey guys, David Ayres here. I was asked to show up at Jeff Merrick's rink. Not sure why.
David Ayres. That YouTube guy. I'm Steve Dangle, this is David Ayres, and the rules are simple. 10-shot shootout revenge tour. How do you feel?
I'm gonna go one eye on this one.
Wow! Bad back versus bad knee. Shot number 1. Let's go. Here we go.
All right, let's roll.
I'm coming for you.
All right.
Oh, this guy. All right. I got 9 more. I can still go 9-1.
Shot 2?
Shot, yeah, you've only stopped 1 so far. Don't worry about it.
I thought I was going home already.
Wow, every goalie's gonna get lucky once. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. You all right?
Hey, I'm good.
Dude, I'm so sorry.
That's okay. That muffin was nothing like the Hyman one-timer that cracked my mask.
Okay.
We're good.
All right, fine. I gotta put a little more mustard on it. All right, so that's 2 warm-up shots now, best of 8.
I'm still waiting for Dangles still.
Oh,
I think you left Dangles at home.
Dangles? Okay. I wasn't
That's
ready.
old school.
I wasn't.
Hey, old school poke check all day.
Jesus. Okay. You ever want to get revenge on someone for something and it doesn't go nearly like you thought it would? Here we go.
Hey, you should get a better puck.
I need a different puck.
Yeah, that one didn't work.
This one says goal.
Okay.
Oh, this guy. Okay, so
Nothing.
He's got a good. He's got a good 5-hole. He's got a good pad on one of them. He's got a good poke check. That's a lot of luck. That's a variety of luck. Is this 4? This is 4.
This is 5.
This one's 5. This one's 5. Can't shoot, can't count. What can I do? Oh! All right.
No dice.
No
dice.
Halfway through, this isn't going very well.
You should put a no in front of that jersey name on the back there.
Wow.
No Dangles.
Well, they should call you Ayres. But shut up and make a save.
Oh! Look at that.
Ow!
Oh, muffin.
That actually hurt.
Guy throws a knuckleball in the net.
That's the key, kids. Aim the puck nowhere near where you were aiming, and you'll. Did that go in?
Yeah.
Yeah!
I'm not sure how that went in though.
Because I'm really good.
That's true. You're excellent, actually.
Whoever's editing this, can you just put that 10 times? Can I go home? Are you still recording? Turn that. Woo.
Oh. You can do the rebound too. I don't think that's gonna go in yet. Hey? Guy comes hard on the rebound.
You know what's a great sign of a good goal scorer? He sounds surprised every time he scores. I don't think it should count.
No goal.
No goal. Fine. It's like the shootout.
That's right.
Brad Marchand. Oh, where to go?
That's 9.
Whoa!
What is this guy doing? We're gonna get you a contract. You're gonna stand in the slot and just rip it anywhere.
For all the Twitter people who said this is easy, you're absolutely right. Like, you're totally right.
So easy. 2 for 9.
You know, when you put it like that, it's not very good.
Everybody gets lucky a couple times.
Okay. We'll see. Oh. This guy's 5-hole. He's got no 5-hole. Kevin Weeks. That's another Hurricanes legend. David Ayres, are you ready?
Been ready the whole time, bud.
YouTube guy who screams 42-year-old Zamboni. Are you still 42?
43 now.
Oh, wow.
I thought I'm a little slower now.
We'll see.
Oh, cheap.
Big one. Big one. Big one. Big dub. I don't want to hurt my knee again. That hurt. Woo.
that was fun. It was pretty good going 12 for 10, I think, wasn't it?
Whoa. 3 for 10? 3 lucky ones, 7 saves by me.
7 saves on warm-up shots, all right? You know what, Dave? It was an honor to take shots against you.
Yeah, you know what? I'm a 42-year-old Zamboni driver. I can't believe 3 goals went in from a 32-year-old blogger who works for Sportsnet. Like, come on.
Roger Sportsnet, get a cable package. Woo!
Oh no.
No!
Maybe get your head up.
Good effort, though. Like Charlie Conway out there, triple deacon, eh?
So here's me playing hockey. I only started like 2-3 years ago, and I wanted to get your thoughts.
Okay, great. Yeah, no, I'd love to give them to you.
Yeah, let's see it. Choppy stride. Could work on some crossovers, maybe.
I mean, those jerseys are nice. That's bad.
A little flat-footed, but it's all right.
Effort's excellent, though.
This is you, eh, in the green?
Yeah.
No!
I mean, do you work on skating and stuff, or do you? Oh no.
That's you shooting the puck. Yeah, pretty short release. Not much jam behind it. We can maybe bend the knees a little bit more.
It's all arms on the shot. And no lower body in there. You can shoot. You can't skate the greatest. You're not really looking where you're going.
I'm really good.
Wow. At least you scored on him.
Goal celebration, I don't know, so-so. You might need a little more deception in your moves. They all kind of look the same.
Are you in net now with the blue pad? Play any position? That's pretty solid. You don't see that too much anymore.
King Clancy, right?
I love it, King Clancy.
I don't know how you got your hands on the Marlies practice jersey. I'm gonna have to talk to someone in your organization about that.
You don't seem to have much lateral movement. I do appreciate the Billy Ramford 2-pad stack, though.
They make the stellar one, but let the squeakers in. Yeah, it's classic.
I mean, you look pretty good. Like, if you see anything in my game, let me know.
Believe me, I will. You'd never score on me like that, right?
That just looks unathletic, kind of, though. That's not a matter of hockey ability. That's just athleticism, I think.
Give me a grade. What's my school grade on the ice?
Your school grade on the ice. I mean, it all depends. Like, are you first grade or?
How old are you at this point?
This is like last year, 2 years ago. Not a child.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what to say. I don't love it. I don't love what I'm seeing.
Grade your game. I'd say it's incomplete.
Oh,
I would say we need to work on it a little bit. It might be too early for grading.
Yeah, did not hand in assignment.
Did not hand in assignment properly, yeah.
Let's just continue to enjoy the game the way you're enjoying it.
It's gonna be like downwards to an F or something like that, I gotta say.
Yeah, downwards towards it, but not a straight up F.
Not a straight up F, maybe.
Yeah, I'm not overly impressed. There's not a lot there that was positive, but you're trying, having fun. I guess that's all that matters.
Were you having fun?
No.
Oh, well, then maybe do something else.
Yeah, I know I'm on. What do you want me to say? We're going rally. No cap. We're not going rally cap. We're going rally cat. Felix, the cat pot van. Listen, they're down 5-0 heading into the third. We got to do something to spice it up. So this is what I'm doing. I'm wearing a goalie mask. It's actually tremendously difficult to talk in this thing. I have like 8 days worth of playoff beard. It feels just awful on the chin protector. But I got to do it. For the tube. For the YouTube. Watch the Leafs game with Steve Dangle. I'm Steve Dangle. presented by Molson Canadian. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. Leafs are down 5-0. And I am sensitive to the fact that some of you may be new to hockey. So allow me to be the first to tell you, that's so bad! Ah! That's a nightmare! Apparently, Sportsnet stats said since the beginning of the 2020 playoffs, John Tavares has as many penalty minutes as, or no, is it more penalty minutes? More penalty minutes than goals. So that's bad. It's the same. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Dude, it sucks. This is, oh, it's 2-2? Thanks. So that's great. Ugh. You know what? He didn't play last year because of, I don't know. I feel like it's obvious that that stat sucks. A rare miss for Sportsnet stats. Some questions before we get to the third period from Craig. Liljegren has to come back in for Hall, right? Yeah, it's like it's. If I was Sheldon Keefe, I'd announce it after the game. Like, you want to throw Tampa off, you put Hall in the lineup in Game 5. They would never expect it. Where was the stat? I've already bookmarked it for after the game. From Nick D'Souza, tough period for Hall. This is the first period that he's talking about, by the way. Tough period for Hall. Played just under 5 minutes in that period. That's it. 9-0 Tampa in shot attempts. 4 scoring chances against, 1 goal against. He's going to need to step it up if he wants to stay in this lineup over Liljegren. And that was after the first. No chance. Absolutely no chance. I assume it'll be Liljegren playing Game 5. Since it's home ice, I wonder if Sheldon Keefe feels cheeky and he goes Sandin. I don't know. Because he could get really creative and do Sandin Lyubushkin, which he was a fan of before Sandin got hurt. And then I guess you would go... Oh, I don't know if that makes any sense. No, that doesn't make any sense. Like, if Sandin's going to get in the lineup, he's got to play the right. This is a nightmare, man. This is a nightmare. But you take it one problem at a time. And, yeah, I'd 1,000%. 1,000% put Liljegren in for Game 5. Not even a thought. Bonnie, Steve, how are you so patient with this team? Bonnie, is this the first stream of mine that you've watched? Be honest. You can be honest. I'm kind of thinking it might be. I am not exactly patient with this team. I think you might be confused. I think this team has made me into a patient. I'm wearing a heart rate monitor, for crying out loud. This team is going to send me to the hospital. And it's still only Game 4. Maddie says, what's your favorite ice cream flavor? You know what? That's a good change of pace. And the correct answer is all of them. There is not bad ice cream. I'm a big fan of birthday cake. I like cotton candy. Okay, this is going to sound weird. I like bubblegum ice cream. Bubblegum flavored ice cream. Without the bubblegum. Because, like, dude, what are you putting chunks of chewy bubblegum in my delicious ice cream? Why? That doesn't... No, please don't do that. You ever had mint ice cream with, like, big leaves in it? Stop that. I've had green tea ice cream and there weren't bags of green tea in it. Actually, that's delicious. Mango, too. Oh. I love ice cream. It does not love me. Emily, can you say bubbles angrily? Bubbles! Here, wait. We got to take this seriously, all right? We got to take this seriously. No, you can't. Bubbles! Doesn't work. You didn't believe it, did you? I didn't believe it. I don't want to wear the mask for the whole third period. It was a funny idea, but it hurt. And I didn't gel my hair for nothing. I want to look gorgeous. Third period, about to start. And now there's just a giant gap on my wall where this mask should be. Here, I'll just hold it. I'll just hold it next to my head. Watch the Leafs game with Steve Dangle, presented by Molson Canadian. I'm Steve Dangle. Click like, click subscribe. Tell all your friends. What's the point of even having a mouth guard, Anthony?
Heavy spill into the end boards over Morgan Riley, who moves the puck to Labushkin.
You know what?
They throw it down into the Lightning zone. Camp striding after it.
What's going on?
Along with McCabe and Engvall.
The rally cap is going on.
And now sent back down into the Leaf zone.
Leafs, Lightning. Leafs are about to produce a miracle. A 6-goal third period. They're not even going to need overtime to win it. They're going to come all the way back.
A stop by Shalgren.
That's a penalty. He's holding the stick. Penalty. Penalty. No penalty.
To Morgan Riley.
Sam, what's the best pie? Ooh. Pie is very mood based. You know what I mean? That's a tough one. Like, I don't think there can be a best pie.
So when you're the team with the 5-0 lead,
like in certain situations, apple is great. Like a good boysenberry. Cherry pie is not my favorite, but I can be in the mood.
Mentality as well. You can't take your foot off the gas. You know,
but then you get into like is lemon meringue really pie? Or is it just like pudding described as a pastry or disguised as a pastry? You know what I mean? Encourage. What's some of your favorite movies? I like Good Will Hunting. Super Bad.
Surmised today that maybe his
Super
team
Troopers.
Got a little too confident after a win in game 2 and played in game 3. He said we need
Step Brothers is very good.
The games and we saw it tonight.
The Love Guru, which is a movie about the Leafs winning the Stanley Cup, is, I think, the worst movie I've ever seen in theaters. It was so bad that my friend and I went to a bar after. They told me they were closed. And when I told them about the ordeal, they reopened for another hour just for me and my friend. It was great.
Defensively, Cirelli was there to
2 minutes gone. Someone do math. The Leafs have to score a goal how often? Every, 3 minutes for the rest of the game in order to win this thing? Not looking good, but I believe.
Stopped up at the line, but Sergachev moves through.
Oh no, what a stop by Shelgren! If there's any good news to be had, it's that he looks pretty good. Kerfoot out there with Tavares and Nylander. This line has worked before, and that was a decent little chance. Cool. I'm down with that. As Tavares gets mauled. Something's got to happen here. Something's got to happen. Oh yeah, Foot, you're real tough. You're real tough. Yeah, hey guys, you see me? I fought William Nylander. You're okay. Sergachev just punched John Tavares flush in the face. What are you even complaining about? 2 cup rings doesn't get you brains, apparently. What are you complaining about? Literally, what are you complaining about? What a genius.
Outside to Steven Stamkos, there's a really good save, and all he got in front here is a little push and shove.
Tavares didn't even really do anything.
A couple of face washes got by. The end result, though, was 1 extra by Sergachev when Tavares
Watch this. Watch this.
There, and the arm finally went up.
You're an idiot. Like, how didn't you think that was a penalty?
Got 2 for the
Punch him right in the face.
shots, and so the
Come
Leafs
on.
go to their third
Leafs
power
with a power play
tonight.
here. Chance to feel good about themselves.
Tavares against
For
Paul,
goodness
and a
sakes.
face-off win back to Riley.
Maybe even play a full power play. They had one negated. And there's a goal. Very fast. William Nylander gets the Leafs on the board.
His first of the series.
And with 17:33 to go in the third, that's lots of time. The Leafs are down 4.
Taking a little bit more ice and trying to get a shot.
Oh, Steve, this idiot talking like the Leafs could actually get back in it.
And you could see
You're here. That's all I'm saying. You're watching. You're watching because you think it might happen.
just a hard pass shot.
The rally cat stays on. Can't take this off. Leafs finally scored. John Tavares doing good work in front.
On the score sheet is a big one.
That's the best those two have looked, arguably, in this series. Nylander doesn't even look like he feels good about it.
As the Leafs
I feel for you, buddy, doing a stream for a game like this. My buddy Brian said, oh, here come the Lightning.
Labushkin across to help out.
It's going to be really cool when Källgren's the goalie of record when the Leafs win.
Chris, on the Leaf bench, you just get a little energy.
You know?
You've got 17 minutes left in the game. Get one in the next 2.
How much does this building clench if the Leafs score here in the next 2 minutes? Come on! Make it happen! 4th line out on the ice for what I assume is their last shift.
More interesting had the Matthews shot with a couple minutes to go.
I hope so.
Gone off the shaft of
If it's not their last shift, that means they have no chance of coming back. Ooh, Blackwell got hit behind the play.
dug out there by Blackwell.
Lightning doing a good job. Hemming the Leafs in, but the Leafs break. No, they don't.
And the Leafs
We'll get fresh legs over the boards
reload in
first.
their own zone as changes are
Not
made.
the worst
Kafka
decision.
comes out. Here's
Here goes David
Kampf.
Kampf.
Long range shot off the
See?
Vasilevsky.
Vasilevsky couldn't handle his shot, man.
Chernak up.
Woo.
Bolton
Boogeyman.
redirects it in. Paul first to it.
Oh, like,
Tries to
Hall
center
just
it,
gets
but
cleaned
the Leafs
out.
get on it, and they'll start back.
Fortunately, the Leafs are able to break it out after, but, like, dude, this guy has not had a good game at all. Giordano in the third! Oh, come on!
Get a rebound, but Vasilevsky
Ah, I had a vision. I need it to happen.
What does a Honda Civic hat trick look
My
like?
brother-in-law
Say
saying
yes to
lemon
the all-new
meringue is
2022
trash.
Honda Civic lineup, the official vehicle
Okay,
of the
see,
NHL.
my brother-in-law, Liam, and I, we have lots of get-togethers. It is not bad news to me that you think lemon meringue is trash. This is good news for me. Because I know that you're not going to touch it. So it's going to be all mine. Can I have seconds of lemon meringue? The answer is never going to be no. Not that it would ever be no.
That NHL record going and rolling, and now that 5-goal lead chipped to 4, and Leafs trying to continue to chip
well,
away at it.
Face-off one.
you ever win a face-off too hard?
Split the blue
The
line
Leafs
there.
just did.
He looks skyward.
16 minutes to tie this thing, I believe. A goal every 4 minutes, that's so much time.
That's fired out.
Let's go.
Alex Killorn's gonna be first man down, and
Källgren thinks better of it. Doesn't want to go into the corner. But you're allowed to do it. Vasilevsky did it last game, so who cares?
his man to the boards. Matthews dug it out.
Have you ever seen someone shut the flap on the camera hole? I've never seen that before. I learned something tonight. Oh my God, Källgren!
Screen in
Puck
front
went
of
wide and
Källgren.
Källgren didn't see where it was.
So Cirelli taking
All right, the Leafs are going to score with 13:42 to go. Remember I said it. 13:42.
out come the
And
Lightning.
then it's going to be 5-2.
Puck deflected in off Palat. TJ Brody off the boards. Kerfoot rink wide. Good pass on the.
They might score before that as well.
line to Tavares.
Here comes John Tavares. A John Tavares hat trick en route to a comeback. That's a pretty cool story. I'd read it. I'd watch a video about it. I'd watch someone do a stream about it.
Get there in time to hold the zone. Alex
If the Leafs
Kerfoot
score
is
3
playing
goals as closely together as Tampa did in the first, they'll be fine.
Except right wing on the fourth line. It's a pretty handy guy to have, the Swiss Army knife on this Leaf team.
I trust the Leafs are going to be much better in Game 5. Like, this game was yard sailed so early. I don't think it's indicative of how they play. I think it's just a really bad stretch of hockey. And, I mean, the saying, everyone has a plan until you get punched in the mouth. Lightning came out of the gate and whoop! Leafs didn't have much of a plan after that, and it just all sort of fell apart. 13:42 is when the Leafs goal is coming. Let's go. Turn it up the ice. Get a goal. Tampa's fourth line is on the ice. Get a turnover here. And get a goal. Here we go. You have less than 10 seconds to score. Here they come. Here they go. Blackwell. Shoot! Well, I tried. Everyone.
Justin Hall redlining in. Andre Kasha now.
Steve, why do you still cheer for the Leafs? Well, because I'm an optimist. I genuinely believed I had a shot there.
Kasha unable to tuck in a rebound. Back the other way, it'll be chipped down by
It's like I had worse odds than roulette. But I was like, you know, maybe.
David Camp.
Here come the Leafs, who have scored 1, which is more than 0, and that's an improvement. Shoot!
Couldn't find a tip there with the sticks of McCabe and Camp.
Yeah, McDonough just got underneath McCabe.
Wasn't Riley out there together on purpose?
He had a good angle if he was able to get his stick on.
Ball advances.
Kind of looked like it.
On the brakes, changes direction. TJ Brody is there.
Under 13 minutes to go here, but the Leafs at very least on the board.
For Sorelli. Muzzin with a good pass. Here comes Bunting in. Trying to work his way past Chernak. Unsuccessfully.
Kampf gets it into the corner. Or, sorry, is that Bunting?
The Leafs will have to recalculate at center. Muzzin across.
And no one went for it.
Trying to set up.
So keep reuniting Bunting with Matthews and Marner. That's interesting.
The other way, Sorelli dropping it.
Why not, right?
Point will chase after it against Brody.
See if it works. I think Keith's going to go back to that trio in Toronto. I think it's just he likes Kerfoot's defense on the road. And I don't have a problem with that thinking. We got a whistle here. Is it going to be another penalty? Sergachev got hit in the head. Was it with a stick? Was it Bunting's stick? Well, that was short-lived. Oh, he hit him right in the ear, and he wasn't wearing the ear protectors. Watch the Leafs game with Steve Dangle. I'm Steve Dangle. Click like, click subscribe. Tell all your friends. You know what? Oh, God. What about now? You know what I could use? A refreshing Molson Canadian limited edition Stanley Cup batch. That's what I could use. Molson Canadian brings you closer to the Stanley Cup with the limited edition Stanley Cup batch, a batch of beer, a batch of Molson Canadian that was actually kissed by the Stanley Cup. You can go to the Lickbo, the LCBO, or some other places, you know, where they get beer, where you get beer, where they sell beer. There you go. Listen, I'm off tonight. The Leafs are off tonight. Not good. I do have some intel. Remember I was talking about that camera flap? And how I've never seen it, like, close mid-game? Alex from Sportsnet, cameraman extraordinaire. Closing the camera flap thing is a new-ish thing. I've noticed it this year. They just do it so the photographers don't get sticks to the face or camera, basically, which we have seen before. And it is gruesome. Oh! Here's how you can tell how old a Leaf fan is. How many of you in the chat remember Daryl Boyce's nose? Not just Daryl Boyce. You might remember Daryl Boyce. Daryl Boyce's nose. Daryl Boyce played for the Leafs, and he fell face first into the camera hole. And it basically tore off his nostril. And he did one of the most badass things I've ever seen on social media. And this was, I want to say like 2011, 12 maybe. Twitter wasn't really a big thing. James Myrtle, then of the Globe and Mail, I believe, tweeted, "Oh yeah, don't know who the Leafs are going to get to replace Boyce tomorrow, or I imagine so-and-so comes in the lineup." Boyce tweets him from the hospital, I believe, who says I'm out of the lineup. And then he tweets a picture of his stitched-together face. And his face before the stitches. It was all gruesome. And then he played! He did play. Lightning with the power play here, obviously. I'm sure I didn't need to tell you that. Leafs have done a good job killing it. Uh-oh. You ever say something that you shouldn't have? Huh? Marner, good clear.
He's a little frustrated going there. Stamkos made a rocket of a pass that he wasn't ready for. He was backing
If you want me to put the mask back on, I will, but just know that it does not feel nice. Leafs cheating all the way for offense, and it might work here too. I'm on! Who should have shot that? He said from his basement with nothing at stake.
Stepped on it, but then steps on the gas. Kerfoot comes up with the puck and plays it to Muzzin.
I'm never wrong from my basement. Oh! Oh, there's a guy there. That sucks. McCann! Cannot get past Sergachev.
Montreal Canadian draft choice a few years back. Mikhail Sergachev gets to the line.
Lightning gain the zone. This penalty's almost over, so that's lovely. And I wonder if it'll be Matthews and Nylander hopping over with Bunting coming back on the ice. Gotta think Keefe's gonna send the trio of Matthews, Tavares, Nylander after the power play, as he so often does. Watch the Leafs game with Steve Dangle, presented by Molson Canadian. I'm Steve Dangle. Click like, click subscribe. Tell all your friends. Cass! If you had to choose between a Leaf type and electric type Pokemon, what do you choose? Leaf type is annoying because there's a million of them. By the way, is Leaf type a new type of Pokemon, like from the new generations? Or are you talking about plant type? Because I believe they're called plant types. I mean, what's wrong with Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Venusaur? What's wrong with that? I go with that. Don't overthink this. Don't overcomplicate it. Oh, I want a Victory Bell for the poison attacks. Venusaur does all that and has a higher defense. You can teach Victory Bell cut. You can teach Venusaur cut. Come on. And Venusaur is resistant. Oh, Tom Stewart. They're called grass types. We're both wrong. Oh, is producer Nick? Sorry, you sound the same. You do. You guys don't, you don't get to hear this. One day we got to figure out how you can hear it. I don't hear a lick of commentary throughout the game. I don't hear any of the gameplay. So I sit here for 3 hours and literally hear silence, except for when a producer gets in my ear. It's a very strange way to watch the game, but we like to have fun. And then what was the other one? Electric? See, I never liked electric Pokemon. Their offense is really good. Oh my God, that's the Leafs game in a nutshell, isn't it? Their offense is really good. Oh, what a hit from Labushkin. Holy cow. That's going to draw a crowd. That's going to draw a crowd. This shift isn't going to end with anything other than a whistle. I can't believe the shift is still going. Their offense is really good, but against ground and rock types, they are useless. I used to go into, what's the third gym called? Whatever the electric type one is. With a diglet. Or a Doug trio, depending on how many animals I killed in the tall grass Pokemon. There's that hit on Hagel from Labushkin. Hagel's... Oh my god, he's gotten rocked so many times in this series. Where's Makheyev's penalty? That? Oh, that.
We're going to stop
yeah, okay, fair.
anything from continuing on, and a little 4-on-4 for 2 minutes with those two on.
Oh! The first time I ever got the Thunder badge, I used a sand shrew. Couldn't believe that it worked. It's because electric types they can't work. Raichu using Thunder and Thunderbolt. Get out of here, Lieutenant Surge. I got a sand shrew. He's immune to all your crap. And if you're listening to this right now and you're like, I have no idea what you're talking about, I'm not into that Pokemon crap, that is your loss. And now it's 4-on-4 for the 4th time tonight. Useless stats that mean nothing. There's Matthews and Marner. I haven't seen a ton of them tonight. I mean...
ducks away from Marner. Into the leaf zone.
If you're Sheldon Keefe, like, what do you glean from this game? Like, what do you take? Do you grill the group, or do you trust them to be better?
Hold on.
Hedman just buying a little time, looking for an outlet, didn't have one. And
like, how do you teach the team to improve on everything? 8:27 to go here. The chance of a miracle are dwindling. Question from Mark Dunk. So that's already making me laugh. But the question is, who is your favorite dinosaur?
He's been rock solid here again.
And the reason I love the question is the question is not what is your favorite dinosaur. Who? Specifically. Ned the Velociraptor. He was... Love Ned. Heart of gold. Good-natured, great guy. Did the Leafs get a goal? Did that go in? Hooray! William Nylander again! Hooray! Do you hear the footsteps, Tampa? How are there so many people still in Maple Leaf Square? Because they believe! Because they have the vision! What a rocket from Willie! Nice pass from Tavares. Welcome to the series, young men. And thanks to William Nylander and no one else, the Leafs have 2 goals in this game. And is there a little clenching going on? Is there a little bit of nervousness? That guy shook his head. That guy shook his head because the woman next to him was like, are they going to screw this up? And he goes, no. But he's nervous because he hears the footsteps. 8 minutes to go. Still 4-on-4. That was a 4-on-4 goal. Finally. For the Leafs. Leafs within 3. The theme of this series has been getting your ass kicked early and trying to come back later. For both teams. It's truly bizarre. I don't think anyone's surprised. Well, if the Leafs lose, I don't think anyone's surprised that this series would end up 2-2 after 4. But the way we have gotten there is truly bizarre. But you never know. You never know. Dumber things have happened in hockey.
Pairs perfectly with any moment.
Dumber things have happened than this.
Any season.
Well, I can tell you the mental difference. You know, the lack of emotion isn't that it doesn't mean something. As a player, you're looking in.
And with 7:27 to go,
goal scoring, career year points, and going into
Leafs
game
deficit
4,
is 3.
And a minus across the board. I mean, that just tears at you, especially having the breakthrough he did last year.
I want to see it.
So
don't you? You got to believe. You're all here right now because you're like, there's a chance. What if I see something cool?
During the regular season, there's the one positive you're looking out of.
I would have left a long time ago.
Career multi-goal game in the Stanley Cup postseason.
Sportsnet would have given me the night off. Right? I asked my boss, Sportsnet. My boss's name is Sportsnet. They told me, Steve, this is fine. It's fine. You can just go. And I said, no. I want to see this out. I have a feeling.
Desk will now hold off a little bit longer with just under
to which
7
Sportsnet
minutes
replied, woo-hoo. And then we broke into the full, entirely uncomfortable length version of the Black Eyed Peas song.
Available on CBC Listen or wherever you.
And then I was told to get out of their office. 6:57 to go. 7 minutes, basically.
You know, it's hard to get the energy. Maybe
7 minutes.
A real negative mindset for a lot of this game for Toronto.
Of what could be magic for the Toronto Maple Leafs. David Kampf, offensive zone start alert. That never happens, and he gets cleaned out immediately. Well,
it's obviously
it was fun.
Expectation, but I thought that was a
I
big
said
stop
Blue
by
Earns.
Vasilevsky on that last shot.
You saw him squeezing his arm. He thought it might have gotten through.
Lightning just get it deep. How about Shelgren?
If in the next minute or so you see Shelgren come out of the
I mean,
net,
he's held up his end of the bargain, right? He's keeping Campbell fresh. Hasn't allowed a goal. Get a stick. There you go.
Was right at the bench to get a new cue.
Not wasting time. Woo! Engvall gets it out.
And the Leafs get possession.
The Leafs with the most bunched up line change of all time, and it somehow works. And away we go. Brody, you're in the way. And standing there. Get off!
8 stops in relief.
You see that? The hell was that?
Riley tracked back, and now Matthews
6 minutes to go. We need a goal every 2 minutes. Math.
And that means that Shelgren is going to go to the bench.
Get it done. Get in there, JT. It's not a hold. Oh, wow. The Leafs are already pulling Shelgren. Why not? You need 3 goals, right? Willie's out there. I love that Keefe's not giving up. Good. Oh. Okay, good. Icing. Man. You know what's wild? Is how low event this game is.
You're not that afraid of icing it if you're the Lightning.
Shots are 24 to 22.
I think this is a smart move by
I don't know Hall's last shift. I think Shelgren giving him a little morale boost.
And here's Jason Spezza, the righty, on that
5.5 to go. The Leafs with the extra attacker. If they can make it 5-3 here in short order, there's gonna be a little bit of clenching in Tampa. A little bit of clenching. A little bit of toe tapping. A little bit of leg shaking. Spezza in front. The Leafs can't get him the puck. Marner off the boards to Willie, who has both Leaf goals tonight. And he can't hold it onside. And he's got a pitter-patter back. And the Lightning score. Andre Palat. And there's still 5:20 to go in this game. I don't blame Keefe for trying. Not one bit.
You know what? You're 5 minutes left. This is just.
But this sucks. That'll about do it.
This one's going out. Riley thinks, okay, with the goalie in there, you don't get it forced a face-off. You just come back.
I mean, hard to blame the guy who has the team's only 2 goals tonight. He flubbed it. He's not the only one to flub it tonight. The list of things that the Leafs need to do better in Game 5 is everything.
In the last game has another goal.
Yeah, they're going to keep trying, though. They got the... Oh. I thought they still had, like, a power play unit out. It's just the 4th line. It's just... They happen to be on the 2nd unit. It's just the 4th line.
Shelgren back in the net. Kept in at the line by Giordano. Knocked down by Belmont.
I would like a Giordano goal, just so I was right about that.
Harry flips it ahead, and
Give me something. Give me something to chew on, man.
Knocks Lavushkin down. It comes to Cal Foot. Pass intended for Perry, cut off. And Black
4.5 to go.
Stretch for Spezza. Drops off for Blackwell.
You've made it this far, bless you. Ooh, I like that from Blackwell.
Jake Muzzin. Here's Blackwell again. TJ Brody at the line.
I think it's pretty obvious.
Going off. Muzzin scores.
Hey, the Leafs scored. There you go. Who got that one? Muzzin. Loves the comeback. 4:19 to go. And the Leafs have made it 6-3 after allowing an empty netter. So they're basically where they were before the empty netter. And this is a good end of the game. Win or lose. Like, Vasilevsky felt horrible about that goal. That shouldn't have gone in. Look at that. That even go off of anything? No. That's not a good goal, man. That's not a good goal. Make them feel human. Make them feel human. Don't let them ride high into Game 5.
Came out halfway, and when he saw Tavares, Nylander, Matthews, Riley, and Marner.
And I wonder if Shelgren's going to get pulled again.
Knows that with possession,
It looks like it. Willie, Tavares, Matthews, Marner. They've got essentially a power play unit out there. Yeah, they're going to pull Shelgren right now.
Seconds after the empty netter, there goes Shelgren to the bench.
Vasilevsky almost turns it over to Tavares.
Off the boards, but not out. Here's Marner at the
And the
line.
Leafs extra man unit
Sends it around in behind. Tavares
has the puck. Spezza is the extra attacker.
Now centers.
What a pass!
Riley looking for a shooting lane. And
A little under 4 minutes to go here.
Matthews down low, a jam
I'm so
play
stupid,
by
but I still believe.
Tavares.
The Lightning huck it down the ice, and just wide. Is this going to be ice? It is ice. I am not entirely sure what you're complaining about. Are Riley and Point going to go off for this? Riley got a good shot in on Point there.
Teammates no more. This is
I do not know what the hubbub was there.
Point thought he got him. Riley did a great job of getting
I assume Riley and Point will get coincidentals there.
He just made it. Now you got Killorn.
Killorn's such an underratedly, like, nasty player after the whistles.
Yeah, you wouldn't pick
I imagine Riley and Point are both going to go.
cross-checking each other.
Why? How is he skating back to the bench? That's just fine?
Then all of a sudden,
all right.
realizes he's in a foot race and gives that little bit of an inside positioning. I think it's the right call.
Oh, Riley didn't like the slash.
Cross-check and man, it's on.
I didn't see the slash. He got him. He popped him one though.
When you're going high speed towards the end boards can be dangerous.
He didn't like the slash. Watch the uppercut. Boom! Ah, he hit him in the elbow. Never mind. It looked bad from the other angle.
And no penalties?
How is
like,
this is fine?
Tonight? Are you kidding me?
Like if Riley scores here, or if the Leafs score with Riley on the ice,
and both guys are still
and Points, they're both just out there?
Explain that one.
Hockey's so weird, dude. Like,
3:38
all right, sure. Leafs win the face-off. 3.5 to go.
Back to Riley.
Watch the Leafs game with Steve Dangle, presented by Molson Canadian. I'm Steve Dangle. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. Tavares has certainly shown more life here in this third period. It's something to build from.
Sheldon Keefe talked about a chance to at least practice the
I think when this game is all said and done, he's going to get it. Like, he's going to get it in the media. He's going to get it from the fans, social media, all that. And it's earned. Oh, Riley just keeps that up. It's definitely earned, but I mean, the whole team is awful tonight. Just awful. Under 3 minutes to go here. It'd be nice to get a fourth. Really make the Lightning feel terrified.
Nylander at the point. Marner gives it back.
Here we go.
Now Matthews.
Just shoot it.
Knocked out
I don't hate that.
Paul kicks it
Spezza
ahead.
looking for a call in front.
Leafs regain possession. Tavares lost it to McDonough.
When it gets under the 2 minute mark, the Leafs are just going to start throwing punches. Watch. Lightning are going to get an empty. Maybe not. Ross Colton, yes, he will get an empty net. So 7-3. 2 of which are empty netters, obviously. So the score looks worse than it is, I suppose.
Chris, this line for the Tampa Bay Lightning didn't start with the first goal of the game, but they started the game. And they
This loss is easier to swallow. If you're wondering why I'm not like completely blowing a gasket, it's easier to swallow because I mean, dude, they lost like what, 5 minutes in? You know, there's only 3 goals, but it basically set up the rest of the night. And I think that's what I'm going to focus on after the game in terms of what the Leafs could do better. And Justin Hall makes the initial mistake, gets them scored on a minute in, and he was terrible, but like, that's one play, you know what I mean? It's one shift, it's one goal, but it's just like it yard sailed the entire game for Toronto. Get your questions into the chat so we can talk about them after the game, just for a couple minutes, and then we'll go. If you've been with us the whole game, bless you. Can't believe you've been here with us this long. Bunting keeps agitating Bogosian, but he's not going to fight him because Michael Bunting is not an idiot.
To lift the goalie one more time.
He's a tough nut, but like Bogosian would wreck him. That's not a. It's not even close to.
After doing what they needed to do, coming
even
in and getting home ice advantage back, you're looking to.
In terms of weight class.
Back with a 3-1 lead, so you got to change the mindset. Go back to the positive.
Solid. I don't know. Got to be 40 pounds there. $1.16 to go. Never mind. Even less.
Difficult night and get ready to be back at it again.
Nearing the final minute in a game that was lost, arguably, in the first minute.
Like the more desperate team has won each of the first
Engvall with a hit behind the net there. Look for the Leafs to potentially get a pound of flesh on their way out. Which they can't even really do because they don't have their pound of flesh guys out there. That's exactly what they're looking out for behind the net there.
Set for Tuesday at Scotiabank. Brody for Engvall. Knocked off his stick and leaped back at
Oh,
center.
Engvall first career fight. Engvall first career fight. Go him! It's Brandon Hagel, bro!
But it doesn't look
Go
like
him!
coming to this.
They're laughing at you! Oh, dude. Engvall loves an almost fight. Come on, bro. Bogosian trying to get to Giordano. I don't know about that one. I can't remember the character's name, but Bogosian's got the beard of that dude who was an undercover cop in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. He's really funny. Except he doesn't look funny. He looks very mean and serious. And I'm a little bit scared.
Wasn't with the Leafs last year, but he said everybody's all business right now, and here's the latest piece of business.
How don't you take that fight? You're 6'5". Come on, man. Come on. He's laughing at you, bro. He's laughing at you.
With 31 seconds remaining.
How do you get a stick? The game's not over. Whose stick is that?
I think they took
What happened?
off to the room on that one, and
Literally, what happened?
10 minutes. They just haven't posted the misconducts, and there is.
Did Hagel give him the stick? Oh, he got kicked off, so he.
Souvenir for somebody in the crowd.
Like, he leaves the arena a legend. Hey! And he gives it to the kid. Hey! With the cool face paint. And even though the Leafs get 3 goals, they let the Lightning feel pretty good about themselves heading into Game 5 in Toronto. And we have a guaranteed Game 6 in Tampa as well. So that's a home crowd who doesn't just see their team even up the series. They know that they're going to see their team at least one more time. Shelgren with the save. 1.1 seconds to go. Not sure what the point of a face-off is here. Camera panning to Jack Campbell. 0%, 0% of this Leafs loss is on him. None. None. The amount of spectacular saves he was forced to make.
The series tied at 2 apiece. Now a best
I mean, the team in front of him was garbage.
between the two-time
Utter
defending Stanley
garbage.
Cup champions
That is the worst
and the Maple Leafs. And
playoff game, arguably the worst playoff game the Leafs have played in quite some time. And there have been some very bad ones to pick from. Game 7, 2019 against the Bruins was awful.
heading to their room, so
Game 2, 2018 against the Bruins, I was there. That was awful.
we'll see you on Tuesday for Game 5 in Toronto.
But the Leafs were down 5-0 at one point in this one. 1-0 after 1. And they give up 3 goals consecutively in the fastest manner they have done all season. I think that video session is going to be very, 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 very long. Very, very long. As the Leafs head back to Toronto and lick their wounds with an even series where they still have home ice advantage. If you want to look at it glass half full. A few questions before we go. Warrior, who is your Marlies wild card that isn't Nick Robertson? You're looking for a difference maker, right? So you're either looking for someone who's going to be a battering ram or a difference offensively. Like calling up Curtis Douglas would be wild. Dude is, what, 6'8"? 6'8" and nasty? And then throwing him against the Lightning, I mean. I don't know what the point is. You already have Simmons and Clifford sitting there. 2 non-Nick Robertson answers. I'm gonna say Alex Steeves. He was extremely good for the Marlies this year, and I think would have got more NHL opportunities. He played a couple games for the Leafs and looked okay. I thought he looked dangerous offensively anyway. He would have got more NHL opportunities were it not for injury. So I would say Alex Steeves. And off the board pick that's unrealistic, but I don't care, is probably Pontus Holmberg, who is a name that you might not know very well. I'm going to look up a little about him right now. Holmberg. He was like sort of an off the board pick, even in the 6th round for the Leafs in 2018. He had 4 points in 6 games after joining the Marlies this year, which is fine. You know, decent little start. And in Sweden, he had 41 points in 46 games, which was second on his team. He had a really good season in Sweden. I know a lot of the nerds are high on this guy. So it's an off the board pick. Did you know who he was when I said his name? Well, there you go. Can't call up Josh Hosang. Oh man, I'm looking at the roster like I don't see a difference maker there, man. I think the answer is already there within the room. You don't need to start worrying about the Marlies until there's actual injuries. This team is fine. This team was up 2-1 in this series just a few hours ago, and it's only 2-2. The answer's in the room. The answer's in that lineup. This lineup has already won 2 games. Figure it out. You got home ice advantage in Game 5. I imagine one of Clifford or Spezza gets back in. Clifford or Simmons gets back in the lineup. Liljegren's got to come back in. I don't know if Spezza's going to stay in. K. Who wins in a foot race, Mikheyev or Engvall? I think there are types of foot races that Engvall could win over Mikheyev, but if we're just talking like a straight shoot, blue line to blue line, Mikheyev. Terry, should Tavares have the C? Goodness gracious, we're already there. Okay, there is without like insulting him or dissing him, there is a path to a couple things here. One, like here's a conversation the Leafs, I believe, will have this offseason. One, should he remain the captain, not because he's not good enough to be the captain, but because Austin Matthews just scored 60 freaking goals and this team is very obviously his team. You know what I mean? You could look at it as Tavares getting stripped of the C, but like lots of teams have done it. The Sharks went from, I think it was Thornton to Marleau to Pavelski to Couture, and I think all four of them were on the same team at the same time. You know what I mean? The other conversation I think they have with Tavares is he going to be a center forever? At some point, dude, that foot speed, that's going to become an issue. He's so good at so many things. I mean, the guy was like a point a game this season. It's not like he's cooked. He needs to be better in the series, but if we're just talking in generalities here, I think at some point they might have the captain conversation, and they're definitely going to have the should we move the guy to the wing conversation. And Chris, we'll end on this one. Does Clifford play game 5? Oh, man. I'm going to say yes, because the Leafs have not evaluated him at all on account of he's played 2 seconds in the series, and that's his fault for getting kicked out of game 1. But Sheldon Keefe specifically said he thinks their fourth line is at its best when he's a part of it, and he has not been a part of it yet in this series. So I believe we'll see Kyle Clifford in game 4. Who comes out? Great question. Probably Spezza. Great question. But then Bunting's on the left, so I wouldn't bet on these lines staying intact. Not after this one. So, my friends, that is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like the stream. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. Game 5 is Tuesday back in Toronto, where the Leafs have home ice advantage.